Hello, 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 hello. 12:20 my time. I was just on the phone to Joseph. It's a nightmare getting in touch with him. But we managed to have a couple of minutes where we spoke, and I'm going to call him in about 10 minutes and discuss our awakenings, like spiritual ones, and then just awakening to the whole mainstream deception and all of that. So I don't know much about him. I know he's got an amazing beard. I know I connect with him when he speaks. I think he is speaking the word of God. I think he's a very intelligent guy. He's amazing with numbers. And I'm sure we'll have an amazing conversation. It's meant to be. It's meant to be. So, first comment is somebody claiming that I am a Jesus fraud who steals from Zach. Okay, see if you can keep saying that right now, because I don't think Zach likes to talk about Jesus. So let's see if I'm copying Zach now. Okay. But welcome, Bingo of Rain 6. All right, 6079. Always nice to have him in the chat. So he brings a lot of knowledge. But yeah, I tried this channel before too, and he pretended like everything I posted was not interested. You tried Joseph's channel? His heart is in the right place. And again, you've got to realize content creators, you're not going to love all of them. They're not going to love you. They're not going to always read every comment out that you make. They're not going to agree with everything you say. That's just the reality of it. Hello, Kimberly. I'm a huge Joseph fan and even bigger fan of the Most High, and my spirit says Joseph's heart belongs to the Most High, so I disagree with you. I 100% believe that Joseph's heart belongs to the Most High and he's speaking the word of God, and I believe I am doing the same. I think he's been doing it longer. I think he had his spiritual awakening. I'm almost certain he had his spiritual awakening before me, and he connected with God before me. Mine's been very recent. Mine's been this slow process. Hey, much love, Tank the Try Guy. Marquez, this should be good. I'm excited. What's for brunch? I've already ate. I made sure I ate before this because I think this is going to be pretty intense. I didn't have much. I just had eggs and fruit and a smoothie. I'm going to an art walk tonight, which I love. It's the last one of the summer. So it's just you go there, meeting a friend, check out the art, maybe have a margarita. I did it last week. Joseph's in the chat, guys. I'm really excited. Look at me, like a Cheshire cat. Tobing swinging in, baby. Hello, Katie. Maddie Mongoose. So again, some of you have maybe never heard of Joseph before. Joseph Acquaviva 2222. Please sub to his channel. I think his work's incredible. I watched some of his stuff this morning. He approaches it slightly different to me. Like I went down, oh my God, 26 in the live, 6 likes. Pope Francis, the 266 Pope, is about to step down. Kobe and LeBron drafted 26-6. So we've gone about our work differently. I came across this work when I was writing my book. So I guess I was copying Zach, even though I was writing a book before I knew who he was. And then I had my awakening around 2020, around coronavirus, the Kobe time, and slowly went down the rabbit hole. And then boom, just more and more and more. And then unfortunately, or fortunately, or meant to be, I used my knowledge to decode sports, to win a lot of money, to win people a lot of money. And I've realized now that's not why I've been given this knowledge from God, to promote gambling, to promote Satan. It's not why I was given this, but it was part of the journey, because studying the NBA, studying Kobe led me to revelation, and then all the connections that I've made. And it's been a process. And to the point where I talk about God intensely, and the day after my Patreon has gone, $2,600 gone, 2 months and 6 days after my birthday. And they did it on 26, the 20th of June. And we know in Gematria, God is 26. So is my name, Adam. It's pretty wild. So it was meant to be. I actually told my dad about it today. It was a bit sad at the beginning, but then I explained with, how I am, how positive I am. I said, Dad, it's going to work out. I'm going to do better than I've ever done. So don't worry. And he was like, okay, Adam, you've got this. So he's actually on holiday right now. I'm not going to say where he is, but he's in Eastern Europe. Peace and blessings, Lost Villain, Sassy, how you doing? 6079 Smith, like the 26060 days from Bush Sr.'s birth to the creation of the CAA, which he was the head of. That's phenomenal. The 266 seems to be huge, doesn't it? It seems to be really big. And my Patreon got taken down 6 days before 266, which is pretty hilarious in itself. If Argentina is supposed to win the World Cup, then the Pope can't retire now. Don't know. I don't know. I've got so much. I don't really want to go heavily into sports, especially during this call, because I think it's going to be really amazing. Argentina have an exceptional riddle, with or without Pope Francis. The fact that he's the finals the day after he turns 86 is not an accident. You get the awakening when you seek it, and the Most High answers you. Right. That comment, I don't know if I was seeking or even looking for God. I think it just happened. Like the work I've been putting in, I've given my life to the truth. I serve others before me. I really, really care about humanity. I then came across God. I wasn't praying to find him. It happened, and it happened really recently, where I truly connected with God and the Holy Spirit. It came within me about 3 days ago, when I was talking about Revelation. And then I said my Patreon got removed the day after. And I couldn't breathe. I want to hear Joseph's experience. It might be different. I couldn't breathe. My whole body was like pins and needles. It was like an electric shock. And it's like when you see it in movies. And after that, I told you, I can't put this book down. I can't put down the book of Revelation. He's coming. God's coming back, and we will win. But it's going to be hard. And if you ain't prepared for it, you're going to be I've said this for about a year. People are going to be in for the shock of their lives in 2023. Like the shock of their lives. They're not going to know what's hit them. So it's best to be prepared now. And like I said, I had a phone call with a friend who said, "What if you're wrong, Adam?" And I said, "What if I'm right?" Silence. I'll never forget that. Silence. So you can dismiss what I'm saying, what Joseph's saying, what other people are saying about this, that honestly, I feel like God's using us to communicate with other people to help them. And you can say, "Oh, here he goes again. He's so big-headed. He's an egomaniac. God's within him. The angels are guiding him." You can mock me as much as you want. You've not had that experience. And you may never experience it whilst you continue to mock your fellow man continuously and act like God doesn't exist. Jesus came to seek. He chose you. He didn't just choose me. He chose multiple people. He hasn't just said, "All right, I'll pick Adam." So many people are speaking the word of God. And I can't believe I'm doing it because I didn't believe in God. I didn't believe in God. Never went to church. I've said this. I didn't care what was going to happen when I died. I didn't care if there was heaven or hell. I was whatever. I just lived in the moment. And now, no, I serve God, but it's not like I'm not going to have a beer, or I'm not going to have a bit of banter with somebody. I have complete and utter faith in God and God's plan. And where I want to speak to Joseph is because he got there before me. He got there before me, which I'm really interested in. Because of us following people like Zach, who I'm not going to hammer, I'm just not going to do it anymore. It was always the Jesuits and the Freemasons, and it was man behind all these rituals using the code that they created. Listening to that now, I have the Holy Spirit in me, is almost laughable to think that man is coding our reality. It's hilarious. Man is being used. Okay, the Jesuit order, Pope Francis, the royal family, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, they're being used by Satan, but Satan controls man, I would say at this point, but God controls Satan. And if you are aware of that, then you're not scared. You don't live in fear. If you're scared of Revelation and the return of Jesus Christ, and you claim to be a Christian, you better second guess yourself. Revelation is the most beautiful story. Jesus returns, he wins. Why are you scared of that? Why are you scared of being judged? All the judgment is that do you believe in God? as the Most High. That's it. It's pretty simple for me. I've been seeing 23 everywhere for months. Well, 23 is a huge number. It's connected to 666 because 2/3 is 66.6%. 2 divided by 3 is 0.66666. And remember, the 666, we always connect it with just Satan. It's also the number of a man. God made us, guys, the 6th day. So I get that there's certain connections with 666, which Joseph will discuss, like the word computer in Sumerian. And we'll be discussing the fallen angels, which I'm starting to really believe in now. I think the people right at the top of entertainment and the mainstream and politics are fallen angels. And Lucifer is in charge of these angels because he brought 1/3 of the angels from heaven with him, which is 33.3%. And they're doing his work for him. But that means that there's 66.6% of us. So there's more of us than them. And all these fallen angels want is to be respected and idolized. So probably A-list celebrities are fallen angels. That's why Hollywood is in Los Angeles, which means the angels. It's deep. It's very deep, deeper than you can imagine. And I think it's very legit in saying the more you know, the less you know. In reality, you realize you don't know anything. And it's a really beautiful thing. At the beginning of your journey on this, the number 23, Jim Carrey, Michael Jordan's number 23, LeBron wore 23, David Beckham wore 23 when he went to Los Angeles to play for the LA Galaxy, where I met Beckham 10 years ago, his whole family. Adam, it's because people will believe Antichrist is Jesus. That's why only true believers will know the difference. Well, I'll be discussing the Antichrist more, Joseph, because he believes somebody who is with us right now is the Antichrist. He has a lot of numbers. A lot of you will disagree. Some of you will agree. I would recommend watching his work before you make judgment. I was speaking to my real good friend, Red Pill Monkey. He believes the Antichrist is not here yet, and he'll be the most charming person ever, and the majority of the world will fall for him. And it was like, there's no way that the Antichrist is already here. You will know about it, and you will then be given a choice. God or Satan, you'll be literally be given a choice, and you have to pick. Thoughts on Christine Guzman, the bodybuilder, bloke. That's why you have Guzman. I'm telling you, people find it controversial. I say the majority of people at the very top are inverted. They're born male, became female, or born female, became male. Practically all of them at the very top. What do you think of shapeshifters? I think fallen angels can do that. Right. I'm going to give crazy. And oh my word, Kimberly, what a find. Kimberly has just said crazy. Your name's Adam. And then we have Joseph. You have Adam and Eve and Joseph. Technicolor Dreamcoat. Wow. This is just wild. I never even connected that. And my favorite number by far is the number 11. I was born on my dad's 31st birthday, the 11th prime. And AJ, that's 11. A is 1, J is 10. That's 11. AJ. You have people like Anthony Joshua, they call him AJ, AJ Styles. So many AJ Lee, who's married to CM Punk. The AJ is basically 11. Just Mello thought it was Elon Musk, the Antichrist. I personally believe the Antichrist is not here yet, but is coming very, very, very soon. But let me call Joseph again. I've spoke with him for 2 minutes in my whole life. This is going to be really organic. If you know Joseph, you're going to love this. If you're new to my channel, you're going to get to know me as well. And hopefully Joseph and I are going to connect incredibly and have a similar story. So I'm excited for this. I really am. This guy's a real good person. So I don't know if this is going to cost me a lot of money because he doesn't have FaceTime. What's up? This might cost him or me a lot of money to do this. But again, money is just an illusion. It's a control tool. It'll be worth every single peso. So let me call him. Oh my words, I'm getting goosebumps. God is great. God is good. God is great. That's why the word good has God in it. All right, here we go. Oh, God. Come on, Joseph. Let's do this. Why is it saying call failed? Don't do this to me. We will make it happen. They're not making this easy, guys.
Hello?
Joseph.
Hey, Adam. How's it going?
There we go, bro. I didn't realize you had so many people that really looked up to you. Like, they really look up to you. I'm reading the chat. That's amazing, mate, that you're impacting so many people.
Well, that's good to know. Yeah, I've been on YouTube for about 2 years now. So, yeah, I built up a little bit of a family.
So that's amazing. You heard about my family on Patreon get removed, didn't you? 303 people, and they removed my channel the day after I found God. Did you hear about that?
Yep.
Yeah. So
yeah, I've been watching all your videos, and I agree with some people that made comments to you about maybe this is a blessing in disguise, because you were saying that you wanted to move more away from the sports decoding.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I don't encourage gambling either. That's why I don't do the sports decodes.
Yeah, no, and, I love that about you.
It's a sin, so it's not, But yeah, I think it was meant to be, and I think it'll be great for you.
Well, thank you, mate. Thank you. So you said you set up a YouTube channel 2 years ago, which was similar to me. What made you?
Yeah.
What made you set up a YouTube channel? Was there a person? Was there a channel in particular? Did somebody say, "Hey, you've got a ton of knowledge, mate. You should set up a channel"? Like, why did you set up a YouTube channel?
Well, it's funny. There was a person named Jonathan, that told me, because I was posting all my decodes to Facebook, and he said, "Man, you should start a YouTube channel." And at first I was, like, nah, that'll be a waste of time. Nobody wants to listen to me. And that's when I first started decoding. I wasn't very good yet. And, I just finally decided one day to start the channel, and I did. And after not even 1,000 subs, I think I got my first channel deleted, and I was ready to give up right there. And here I am 7 channels later. So.
And why didn't you? Why didn't you give up?
Just something in me. I've known from an early age that we were in the end times, and just something I can't, as much as I at times had wanted to quit doing this, because it could be very frustrating, and, the spiritual warfare that goes along with doing this all day, every day, but I just can't stop. As much as I want to, I don't think I could ever stop until I'm, dead or whatever happens.
Do you think then you were called to do this and almost chosen to do this? So you didn't search for this, did you? You didn't like go online, how to become a popular content creator, what themes to discuss, how to decode. Like do you think you're being called, and you answered the call? That's how I feel.
For sure. And I'll tell you why I really feel that way, because this all started for me when I started seeing numbers organically. Right? Okay. That's one difference between me and a lot of decoders, is I never even heard the word gematria until I started seeing numbers in my life, which is when I first had my awakening, which was about 3 years ago. And I guess I'll give you the quick version.
Yes, please.
I got in a car crash. I got in a bad car crash May 5th of 2019. 5-5.
Wow, and, the 10th Fibonacci and triangular number. That's Satan, isn't it? 55 and 10 in gematria.
Right, Satan 55, yep.
Wow.
And so I got in a bad car crash. I was actually on my way to go visit my dad, who was actually in prison at the time. He's been in prison most of my life, unfortunately. I wasn't raised by my parents.
Okay.
But he was doing 7 years in prison. And
7, the perfect number.
Years. Yeah, so he had about 2 years left on his sentence, and I was going to surprise him one day. He didn't even know I was coming up there to see him. And it was really a bad storm that day, and the cars in front of me, they all hit their brakes. I couldn't stop, and I had nowhere to go, so I swerved into the grass, and there was already cars that had already swerved into the grass, so I had nowhere to go but the woods. So I crashed into the woods, and I pretty much totaled my car. I wound up getting it fixed. So it wasn't completely totaled, but it was thousands of dollars in damage, right?
Do you have the exact number that the damage was? you have the receipt?
No.
That would be interesting. I bet there would be an interesting
it
number
was
there.
It was probably around $7,000.
7, okay.
Damage.
All right. Wow.
And which is funny because it's a used 2004, which is probably worth about $6,000. So I probably spent more trying to fix it than just getting a new one. But anyways, so when the car crash happened, it really devastated me at the time because I just got the car, and back then, 3 years ago, I was very materialistic. I was
same.
Like most, young men our age, they want, nice car, nice house, all that stuff.
It's the way we've been programmed. We've been programmed to want those things.
Right. So that was May 5th, 2019, when I got in the car crash. I spent the next month pretty much very depressed, mad, upset. Why did this happen to me? I've already been through enough stuff in my life, which I'll get into. I'll tell you about my upbringing and stuff.
Okay.
But I spent the first month really upset at God and just like, why did this happen to me? Poor me, blah, blah. And after about a month and a half, the late part of June and then the early part of August is when I really got serious about my walk with Jesus, or Yeshua, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
All right. And so it was August 2019 when you could say I officially had my awakening, or you could say I had an experience. All right?
Wait, so it was it was 2019 in August.
Yeah.
And
2019.
19 is the 8th prime, and August is the 8th month.
Yeah. Oh wow. I was talking to God. I was praying, and I recommitted my life to God. I've been a Christian or a follower of Christ, whatever you want to call it, my whole life, but I wasn't very serious about my walk until 3 years ago. And what happened? God had to put me through that car crash. He had to break me down, break my love for materialism.
Yeah, you got to get broken you've got to get broken on this, haven't you? Like I got broke.
So that's what he did. Yeah, so he broke me down, and I was basically, at a bottom point, and I had nowhere to go but up, and I cried out to God. I said, God,
You're giving me goosebumps, mate. You're giving me goosebumps. Sorry, I'll shut my mouth. Keep going.
So I repent of my sins, forgive me, help me to walk with you the right way. And ever since August 2019, when I got serious about my walk, that's when I started seeing the number 222 everywhere.
Ah, that explains your name.
Right. So the original channel name was Joseph Acquaviva 222. After I made my second channel, I added a number 2 to the end, and I just stuck with it. But anyways, the number 2. But
that gives you you said again. Sorry, you said that your car crash was in August, the 8th month, and 2 + 2 + 2 + 2 is 8.
Yep.
You might be heavily connected to that number 8.
Right. So I started seeing the number 222 everywhere. All right. Back in 2019. And I had no idea why. And that's how I came across gematria. All right. I was on YouTube and I was typing in seeing 222. I'm seeing 222. Are you seeing 222?
Did it come up with angel numbers? Did it say angels are communicating with you with the 222? Because triple digit numbers, it's always angels.
It says angel numbers and that whole thing.
Okay.
But there were thousands of videos. Literally, everybody's seeing this number 222. Right. And I'd already told all my friends and family, like, hey guys, I'm seeing this number 222 everywhere. I don't know why. But I think it's important. They all immediately dismissed it. Like, you're crazy, you're nuts, you're seeing what you want to see. And it did look a little nuts because, I was taking pictures of license plates with the number 222. I'd see it on a phone number, take a picture, and I'm posting all this on Facebook, and people are looking at me like, man, you really lost your mind.
Mate, unless they've gone through an awakening or found God or are communicating with the universe through numbers, of course you're going to say it's crazy. It's the same. I always say, so your car crash, was that an NDE? Was that a near-death experience or just like a big shock to the system? Did you think at one point you were going to die? Did you see God or you just thought, oh, wow?
Yeah. No, I never saw God or anything like that.
But did your life flash
when I was
before your eyes? Did
in
you
the
think,
woods
shit, this is
going
it?
through, yeah, I did think I was going to die.
And
at one point.
unless
because
you've
I couldn't
had,
see anything in front of me. It was just branches hitting my windshield. I didn't know if I was going to hit a tree or run
right,
into water or what.
but unless you've had an
But-
NDE, a near-death experience, people can't comprehend that
Right.
experience unless they've had it. They're going to go, whatever, is just
And it's-
craving attention. He was maybe just nervous and he was
It's
just
funny
wasn't thinking straight.
for a lot of people, it is a car crash that winds up waking them up a lot of times.
It's funny how
Anyway,
car
so
crash
I
is like
started-
CC, which is 33.
Oh yeah. So I started seeing the number 222 everywhere, right? And I'm like, okay, what is this about? So I come across a video on YouTube, and it's by a guy named Pastor Troy Brewer. And that was the first time I ever heard the word gematria, was a video of his. And he's actually a preacher, but he talks about numbers all the time. And he wrote an article called 222 is After You. So if you haven't read that, you can find it on Google. Read that later.
I'll do it now.
222 is After You by Troy Brewer.
Okay, I'm typing it in now.
That's when I first heard about gematria. And he started explaining how the number 222 is like one of the most important numbers biblically. Right?
Yeah, well, he refers, doesn't he, that the 222 is basically God shining light on you.
Right. It's like a calling. So the word called in gematria equals 222.
Oh, it
right?
does?
Many
Wow.
are called, few are chosen. Right? So called equals 222. Messenger chosen by God equals 222.
Wow.
All right. Jesus, the Lion of Judah, equals 222.
Order out of chaos is 222 as well, isn't it?
Right. Well, Satan's a copycat, right?
Yeah, he just
So,
replicates.
the numbers are important. I've noticed the same numbers that the Jesuits and all them use are the same numbers that a lot of us see. So I don't only see the number 222. I also see 153, 144, 726. These are all important.
Well,
numbers.
153 is the 17th triangular number, isn't it? And
right,
Freemasonry was founded.
The miracle catch.
Yeah, and
also,
yeah, exactly.
The water of life equals 153, and that's what my last name means. Acquaviva means water of life, or living water.
Can I tell you something? I've got to tell
you
something funny for like organic, which you can't make up. So a few weeks ago, I bought some candles because I moved to a new apartment. I thought I'd get a couple of candles, and I just grabbed two that I like the smell of. I didn't even look to see like what type of candle it was. I just smelt it. And I was talking recently about how when Kobe died, everything just kicked off. And the year he died, the Lakers, like water, beat the Heat in the NBA Finals.
Right.
And that's where, I got to the 4-2. That's where like the beast reigns for 42 months. And since Kobe died, the last 3 NBA Finals have finished 4-2. His last ever game, he played 42 minutes. I can go on all day about that, but so I got these 2 candles, and my friend came around the other day, and I was telling him about the Lakers and the Heat, and how it connects to Revelation, and how the Heat lost, which I connect to Satan, like heat, like fire, and all of that, and him going to the lake of fire, and Kobe went down, who's the black mamba, who's the serpent. God destroys the serpent in Revelation, and mate, the 2 candles, I've got a blue one which is water. And I've got an orange one, which is fire, next to each other in my bathroom. And I didn't even know.
Wow.
I swear. So that's the type of stuff.
Wow. Big thing about Kobe to add to your decode.
Oh, please.
Is I know you talk a lot about Kobe.
Yeah, because it's connected to Revelation, mate. That's why.
Right. Well, here's the thing. So we all know, well, not all of us, but you and I know Kobe Bean Bryant equals 81.
Yes.
Right. Scored his career high 81 points in game number 666.
Yep.
Right? Ritual, 81. Mark of the Beast, 81.
Yep.
I think you knew that one.
Yep.
But
did you know that? Did you know in his career, he won 81 major accomplishments, and the year that he died, that Lakers won the NBA on October the 11th, 2020, on a day leaving 81 days left in the year.
Wow.
That's the 9, mate. He's Mr.
Oh.
9, isn't he? 9 people died in the helicopter crash with him. His highest scoring game's 81,
Right.
which is 9 times 9. He spent his whole career in California with Los Angeles Lakers. California was founded 9-9.
Right.
So, yeah, you keep going.
Yeah. So here's the big thing to add to the 81 list. So game number 666, he scores 81 points. Mark of the Beast, 81. Kobe being Bryant, 81. So here's the big one to add to your list. Antichrist Barack Obama equals 81.
This is what I really want to talk about today. I really want to talk about this.
And of course, Kobe died in the helicopter, which equals 666, with daughter Gianna Bryant. Gianna Bryant, 126. Like the date they died.
Do you know that? Do you know helicopter gets you 57, and Kobe won 5 NBA finals out of 7?
Nice.
Crazy.
And also, Kobe was buried in Corona Del Mar.
Yeah. Wow.
Did you know in Francis Bacon, when you write Corona with all caps, it equals 222?
No, I know that Wuhan.
They take into consideration the capital letters.
Wow, no, I don't. This is where you and I differ, and there's no right or wrong with this at all. It's about finding your own truth. I don't use every cipher. I might start doing it. I think Jewish is huge.
I rarely use that one.
Yeah, I think Jewish is huge. I think I do use the 4 main ciphers: the Jewish cipher, the Satanic cipher, Chaldean and Sumerian, and some of the other ones I stay away from.
Yeah, I don't use Chaldean, but I'll tell you, one of the biggest ciphers that a lot of people sleep on is the English Sumerian.
Yeah,
English
big time.
Alphabet times 6.
That's where you find your 666s everywhere. Like you said, computer, you said, is 666.
Yep, computer,
internet,
concert, rock star, internet, Hogwarts, Santa Claus, sorceries, vaccination. They all equal 666.
So, do you think Satan?
COVID
do you think Satan's
666.
behind the internet? Do you think Satan's behind the internet?
Yes, it's definitely a device used by Satan. Of course, there are good things we could do with the internet, like we're doing right now.
Exactly.
But 99% of people are using the internet for not good reasons, to just mindlessly scroll. Social media, which is another 222, by the way.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Gematria. So social media is 222.
Wow.
And I got more to tell you about the 222.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But yeah, I think Satan's behind it. But yeah, let me go back to the 222 real quick.
Yeah.
And just tell you kind of back to that article, Troy Brewer, 222 is after you.
Yeah.
So I started seeing the number 222. I come across his video. So I learned about gematria. That's where I got the word. I started playing around with the calculator.
Yeah.
And of course, just trying to absorb everything I could, on the internet about gematria. And just finding out all kinds of stuff, like the word wisdom is in the Bible 222 times.
Wow, didn't know that.
Yeah.
Do you know the number 7 is in the Bible 54 times, and Kobe being Bryant equals 54, and Gianna Bryant, and he died 5 months and 4 days after his birthday.
Yep, like Jesuit Order 54, Sun 54.
Yep, and we have 54 in the live right now, and like I said, the 54, the number 7 is used 54 times in the Bible, and Kobe is Mr. 54, which is another 9, you're 5 plus 4, and he went to 7 NBA finals.
Did you know this one about Kobe? I don't think you can still do this, but I remember back when the pandemic started, right when Kobe died. Yeah, I did a little decode on this. Kobe in Hebrew is COVID.
Oh no, yeah, it is. Yeah, I've done a video about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you were on like a Hebrew translator and you typed in Kobe and you got the translation, if you copy and pasted it into a calculator going back the other way, not a calculator, but a language converter. Yeah. If you copy and paste the Hebrew of Kobe, it would give you COVID.
It's amazing.
I think they changed that up.
Have you heard about Kobe?
Yeah, that whole thing.
Have you heard the city in Japan called Kobe?
Yeah.
And its city status is
Japan.
Yeah, but its city status is 4-1. The city status is 4-1, like 41 the age he died.
4-1.
Yeah.
Like Skull and Bones, 41.
Exactly.
And, there's a city in Japan named Obama, Japan.
Are you serious? I'll have to look at that. Let me find that.
Yeah, and I did a decode on this. They had a giant squid wash up on the beach of Obama, Japan, and giant squid is a perfect match to the word Antichrist in every cipher.
Wow, and this
connects to the whole
place was
Game
founded,
thing, which is all connected to Obama. Squid Game was all about the 456 players. Player 456 is Seung Gi Hun, and Seung Gi Hun equals 456.
Wow.
And then his first name, Gi Hun, 456. And here's the connection to Obama. Barack H. Obama equals 456.
Mate,
and
that's incredible.
Is also 456.
Do you know that Obama?
And here's the other thing.
Wow. No, you go. I was saying Obama. It's very new, isn't it? It's a very new city. Mate, it was founded 81 for 81, which is 3 days before Obama's birthday. But the 81
There's
again.
81. I just told you, Antichrist Barack Obama, 81.
Wow, okay. And 3 days before his birthday.
Yep. And to the 456, I don't know if you're familiar with the Strong's Concordance too much.
No.
But in the Strong's, 456 is to build back again. Like build back better.
Oh, the BBB.
Right? Which is another BBB 222.
There you go, the 222. And it can look like 666, the BBB.
Here's your other connection. Your BBB gives you 222, right?
Wow, yeah.
The Antichrist, Barack Obama equals 222. The Beast of Revelation 222. The word Beast 222.
And Obama
just tested positive.
Yeah.
222 days after his birthday.
Oh, mate, you're making me smile. This is mind blowing what we're doing here. And 222 times 3 is 666.
So I'm seeing the number 222 organically 3 years ago, right? Just seeing the number. I've never even heard of Gematria. And it turns out 222 is like one of, in my personal opinion, I think 222 is the biggest code, if not one of the top 2 or 3.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure 222.
The 201, the 846, but
I think 333. 333. If we really break down the Bible and the number 3 and the Holy Trinity and 3 is the magic, I think 333. That's why Tom Brady retired, leaving 333 days left in the year. His last Super Bowl win was Super Bowl 55 in his 10th Super Bowl appearance. The Satanic Super Bowl, I called it. I called that at the beginning.
201 yards.
Yeah, he threw for 201 yards.
I'm a former Buccaneers season ticket holder.
Oh wow, mate! But so
you drive around a Buccaneers wrapped car, if you can believe that.
And I can believe that. But they won that Super Bowl.
Skull and Bones logo on it.
Exactly, the Skull and Bones logo. And but he retired on 2-1, didn't he? And he became 7-3 in Super Bowls. Like I said, he was 73. He's the 21st prime. He came 7-3 in the 21st year, the 21st century. Then he retires on 2-1, which is a day leaving 333 days left in the year. He wins the Super Bowl on February the 7th, which is 2-7. And 3 times 3 times 3 is 27.
Right. And then he had 201 yards in the Super Bowl.
And then he went to the White House. He went to the White House on the 201st.
Went to the White House on the 201st day of the year, the same day the Milwaukee Bucks won the NBA championship,
which was the anniversary of the moon landing as well, which never happened.
And Neil Alden Armstrong is 201.
Yeah, I know, the first man to go on the moon on the 200th. Yeah, I know. Do you know the Jesuit orders 201 and 69, and man went to the moon on the 201st day of 69? What a load of shit! And 201.
Catholic Church 69, Illuminati 69, New World Order 69.
Exactly, and 201 plus 69 gets you your 270. That 27 again. Like they went to the moon. Yeah. The 201st day of the year is 27, isn't it? The 20th of July, 27.
Yeah. And hail Satan equals 270, and you need 270 delegates to win presidency.
Mate, you're giving me goosebumps here. The word rituals 27, then you have the 27 Club with Amy Winehouse dying and Jimi Hendrix dying and John Morrison dying, all at the age of 27.
We had a 27 ritual yesterday with Jalen Ferguson.
Yeah, I saw your video. That was amazing.
He was 27. Dead 27 weeks from his birthday, and he was about to turn 27.
And England's emergency dialing code is 999, and 9 plus 9 plus 9 is 27.
Oh, wow. Oh, back real quick to the Bucks thing with the Milwaukee Bucks and the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah.
Right? Both in the same year. You know the word buck, B-U-C-K, equals 222.
No.
Buck, 222.
What cipher is that?
That's an English Sumerian.
So, Brady won
English
that.
alphabet times 6.
Nice. I'm going to open it up. You know, Brady won that Super Bowl 55 31-9 where Mahomes couldn't even throw a touchdown because it's just a joke, the NFL. Well,
you want a bigger one? Here, check this out. It was 31-9, right? Super Bowl 55, Satan's 55, right? What does Lucifer equal in satanic? 319.
And did you know? Well, I'm going to add to you. This is going to blow your mind. Do you know that Brady?
And Masonic is 319.
Yeah, but did you know that Brady retired 319 days before the Pope's birthday?
I might have had that one because I follow Brady pretty closely, but I don't remember that one off the top
So
of my head.
Pope Francis was born on Saturnalia, 1217, yeah?
Right.
1217 is the 199th prime number. When was Brady drafted?
199th overall.
All right, 199 is the 46th prime, yeah? Like Tom Brady in gematria, like the word Catholic is 46. Biden's the 46th president. Yep. LeBron James 4 and 6 in NBA Finals.
Inception 46.
Well,
Cal 46.
Brilliant. Tom Brady retired 46 days after the Pope's birthday.
Perfect.
So
yep.
Brady's connected to the Pope through revelation, and Brady. I mean, Pope Francis was born on Saturnalia, which has 7 rings. How many does Brady have now? Super Bowl rings.
7.
And he's not coming off that. He's not coming off that. 73, when you really study 73 and not just its connection with 21. 37 is the 12th prime, a reflection of 73. 73 is the 21st. 21 is a reflection of 12. And 73 and 37 is connected to Fibonacci in the face of God, which I've been really religiously studying the Fibonacci sequence. And like 37 times 73 and what that comes up with and how that connects to the original manuscripts produced by the Bible. I'll do a video on it, but it's truly incredible. What I'll do a video. I don't want to give it all away now, but Brady's not coming off 7 and 3. And if he somehow does it, it's going 7 and 4. Like 7's the 4th prime, and Independence Day is 7-4, and Jesus is 74, and Lucifer's 74, and Jesus Christ is 74. But the 73, mate, is an enormous. That's why Prince Philip was married to Queen Elizabeth for 73 years. Thank you so much, Joey. Much love to you, brother. Did you know that Philip was married to Elizabeth 73 years?
No, that's a good one.
And he died the 21st year of the 21st century.
British royal family is 222.
Wow, didn't know that.
And who's the one that just died, Philip?
Philip died April the 9th, 2021. So
Prince Philip's death date and Princess Diana's death date are separated by 222 days.
Mate, are you
British
aware?
Royal family, 222.
That's scandalous. Are you aware that 49 is connected to Revelation with gematria? Like it's Revelation equals 49.
Revelation 49, Antichrist equals 49 too.
Exactly. Well, check this out.
I think Catholicism 49 too.
Yeah. Check this out. You know, Brady retired with 22 seasons and 7 rings.
Right. 227 like pi.
And 227 is pi because 22 divided by 7 is 3.14, which is Steph Curry's birthday, born on the 73rd day of the year. Pi is March the 14th, which is the 73rd day of the year. That's why I said Golden State Warriors would win the NBA in December, which they did. But again, I'm not going to get into I've proven my point with sports. We have a bigger calling than sports. I'll still talk about it because it can connect to Revelation, like what we're doing now. But Brady...
One more thing about...
Yeah, you go.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was going to say one more thing about Brady. He got his NFL record. Well, first of all, he won the Super Bowl with the Buccaneers in 2020, right? If he dropped the zeros, he got a 22.
No, he actually won the Super Bowl in 2021.
Right, but it was a 2020 season.
Exactly. Yeah. It began in 2020. Yeah.
And the last time the Bucs won the Super Bowl was in 2002.
You're 22. I'll get to that later. Yeah.
And again, you drop the zeros, you got a 22. Right.
Master number.
The game they announced because of CO.
Mate, we've got 22 likes. We just got our 22nd like as you talk.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I was born on the 22nd, baptized on the 22nd. So 22 is a big number for me too.
And 22 plus 20, 22 plus 22 is 44, and in Obama the 44th president.
So this is another reason why I started seeing the number 222, because born on the 22nd, and the 22 follows me. But anyways, so 2020 is the season. You drop the zeros, you got a 22. They announced 22,000 fans because they couldn't have a full stadium because of COVID.
Okay.
And they made that announcement on the 22nd, January 22nd, right?
Wow. Yeah.
And the score.
Wait. Stop. Sorry. Did you just say January the 22nd?
Yeah, 122. Satanic Pope Francis.
Yeah. Well, do you know Kobe's highest scoring game was 122, 2006, in his 666 game where the Lakers scored 122 points on 122.
Yep. It was on 122, and they scored 122 points. So he had 66% or something.
It was just higher than that. If you'd be really picky, it was closer to 67%. Yeah. But then he died 126 2020, and those four numbers get you 67, the 19th prime, like COVID-19, 19th to 8th prime, like his jersey number at the beginning.
Blood sacrifice, human sacrifice, 67. So maybe Kobe is dead. You never know.
Well, this is the first time in my life. This is the first time in my life where I'm starting to believe he got taken out. He died. It's the first time ever. And I've been ridiculed. This is where people are going to...
The ritual sacrifice.
Yeah, but people are going to go back and watch my work and laugh at me for saying this, and you might laugh at this, and it's fine. I did a video with all the numbers saying that Kobe Bryant is now Myles Garrett, who plays for Cleveland Browns. I thought it was one of the best videos I've ever done, if you haven't watched it. But again, this is what I'm saying. Like, what if you talk a lot about the fallen angels and all of that, which I completely agree with. Do you reckon these fallen angels
equals 666?
Yeah, it's absolutely mind-blowing. But do you think these fallen angels can become a character and then become another one?
For sure.
So the character of Kobe Bryant died. Kobe died. The serpent died. But it doesn't mean the demon or the fallen angel who was within Kobe died, if you get what I'm saying.
Right.
So it's very complicated. But here's the reality. Here's how we have to break it down. To us and everybody in the world, Kobe Bryant is dead. Right. We don't see him anymore. He's not in the NBA. Like, he's not getting interviewed. He's gone, isn't he? The character Kobe Bryant is dead.
Right. Yeah, he's gone from...
He's gone.
Yeah.
So...
Real quick, before I forget, you brought up Serpent, Black Serpent.
Yeah, his nickname was the Black Mamba. It was called the Black Mamba, which is a snake.
Have you ever seen iPet Goat 2?
I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV in 10 months.
Well, it's a film. It's like a satanic short film put out like 10 years ago. Basically all the future events. Anyways, iPet Goat 2 equals 666, and Heliofont iPet Goat 2 equals 201.
Wow.
And Revelation 12:9 is about that old serpent, which equals 201.
Do you know coronavirus?
Like the Jesuit order.
Do you know coronavirus was declared a global pandemic 201 days after Kobe's birthday?
Right.
And you can break this down because you'll have. Can you tell people about Event 201? I've seen your stuff on it. Can you tell them about Event 201, which everyone in the world needs to know about? Just break that down for people.
Yeah, this is what everyone needs to know about Event 201.
Yeah.
Which, is very important. All right. So here's your big thing. In simple English gematria, where A is 1, B is 2, when you write out Event 201, it equals 222.
Wow.
Like Wuhan coronavirus 22, like World Economic Forum 222, like the Antichrist Barack Obama 222.
Do you know the World Economic Forum was founded in 1971 by Klaus Schwab, and coronavirus was declared a global pandemic on the 71st day of 2020, and 71's
the Society of Jesus 71, Catholic 71.
71's the 20th prime. It got declared a pandemic the 71st day of 2020. Kobe Bryant died in 2020. He played 20 seasons in the NBA, and 20,000 people attended his memorial.
Wow. So Event 201 equals 222, like World Economic Forum 222.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
The first U.S. case of COVID was in King County, Seattle, exactly 222 days after Trump's birthday while Trump was president.
Are you saying king like crown? Like Corona? King?
Like crown, like a crown. Yeah,
Wow.
like a corona. It was in King County, Seattle, home of the Space Needle, right? That's where Bill
that's true.
and Melinda, right? And as we know, William Henry Gates equals 201.
Yeah, I know his full
right?
name,
Like
William
event
Henry. Yeah,
201.
yeah.
So back to the 222, the first U.S. case of COVID was 222 days after Trump's birthday. Event 201 equals 222. Trump's full name, Donald John Trump Sr. equals 222.
Do you know what his grandmother? Do you know what his grandmother was called?
6666.
Yeah, but do you know what her name was?
Yep. Elizabeth, I think.
Yeah, her middle name is Christ. Elizabeth Christ.
Yeah, Elizabeth Christ Trump. And Trump he's a big part of this.
Yeah, because the Trump is the Trumpist. The Trumpist. Like
in the Bible in Revelation 17, it talks about the eighth king being the son of perdition. It says the eighth king is of the seven and goes into perdition.
Wow.
So what that means is the eighth king is the son of perdition, the Antichrist. He's a former king of Babylon coming back as world leader. So he's going to be a former leader. And that's what a lot of people miss.
Ah, right, so that's why you really believe it's Obama.
Well, yeah, and the numbers pretty much really confirm it. But anyways, I mean, I'll give you a million examples with Obama. Just one of the quick ones, we already talked about the number 216, which is 6 times 6 times 6 is 216.
The day of the year Obama was born.
Well, Barack equals 216, and Barack was born on the 216th day of the year. And fallen angels equals 216. So there's a million reasons why I think it's him.
Which is just 6 times 6 times 6, yeah?
Yep. We were talking about the event 201, how it all connects to Obama, right?
Yeah, just basically, mate. The average guy has never heard of event 201.
The whole riddle with it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. The floor is yours.
It's all connected to the number 222. All right. So Trump equals 222 and reverse satanic gematria.
Wow.
All right. So there's that. All right. Then I don't know if you're familiar with Trump's famous calm before the storm statement, where he says, this represents the calm before the storm.
Yep.
What storm, Mr. President? You'll find out.
We will find out.
He made that statement on the 5th of October, 2017. That day was exactly 222 days before Clade X.
And Clade X
was 666 days before March 11th, 2020.
And X in Roman numerals is 10, like Satan.
And Satan equals 10. Yep.
That's why the Skull and Bones logo, looks like an X, which is 10. You say X marks the spot, the X factor.
Like Little Nas X.
Little Nas X. Break that down. I did a video on that. You've done one as well. I did a video about on his. Didn't they sell 666 pairs of his satanic shoes, which had human blood in the sole?
Yes. And here's your connection to event 201. So on Little Nas X shoes, you had written Luke 10:18.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. And
event 201 was held on 10/18, October 18th.
And 10 plus 18 is 28, which is a perfect number.
Right. COVID 28. Yep. Pfizer 28. Kill 28.
Yep.
And
Seventh
it was held on 10:18, and in the Bible, Luke 10:18, I beheld Satan as lightning falling from the heavens or the heights. And that's what Barack Obama literally means.
And why do you think recently they allowed, or God or Satan allowed, the Tampa Bay Lightning to win back-to-back Stanley Cups, and lightning strikes twice? Yeah. The Gatorade logo's lightning bolt. Usain Bolt. Fastest lightning.
All these championships.
Yeah.
Because Tampa Bay equals 474, which is a number you're probably not too familiar with.
No, 47. Yes.
The 474 to Obama for the last 2 years. All right. So Tampa Bay is 474. Barack Obama is 474. Beast Obama 474. Barack Mark is 474. The Angel of Satan 474. The Phoenix is 474. The fallen angel Barack Obama is 474.
Wow, and like you said, with the Tampa teams, In recent years, you've had Tampa Bay Rays.
In Tampa, because Satan equals 55. And, you know, I was doing the Tony Saragusa decode. The Ravens won Super Bowl 35 in Tampa also, and Satan is 35 back from that 35.
And wasn't Barack Obama born on a day leaving 149 days left in the year, which is the 35th prime?
Right, and Skull and Bones is 149, which is the Buccaneers logo.
And Catholic's 35 as well, isn't it?
Yep, Catholic's 35. Antichrist is 149. Beast System 149, and he's married to Michelle, which equals 149.
Mate, I was watching your video. I was watching your videos last night and this morning. And
Big Mike.
But the way I love, because I've done a video about Big Mike being a blatant bloke, like the most blatant out of all of them. But the way you say Big Mike, like with no emotion, it's like it's because it's Big Mike. It is Big Mike. Like you go, and Big Mike was born. I'm just laughing so hard in my head because it is Big Mike. You're not second guessing it. You're not doing it for attention. It's like it's blatantly Big Mike. Did you see when Obama had an interview and he called him Michael? My Michael? Have you seen that?
My Michael. And of course, Joan Rivers. Michelle.
Yeah, we've seen the interview. But
she got whacked like a month later.
But don't you think that Joan Rivers, again, Rivers connected to water? It's pretty obvious that Joan Rivers is a bloke as well. Was a bloke. Right.
And the Bible says the Antichrist will not desire women. So how perfect is that?
Yeah, that is. Well, again, Trump's married to a bloke though as well.
Michelle's name equals 666 in English Sumerian. Michelle L. Obama 666 with her middle initial in there.
Wow, mate! Did you? Because I watched your videos, you've probably already done it. Did you do the span from Trump's birth to Obama's?
From Trump's birth to Obama's birth?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I've ever looked into that.
I did it for you, so I'll send you it in an email so you can have it to add to your notes. So you inspired this. This is what people don't get in this. This is what people don't get in this community. You can get inspired by people. Truth's no competition. It's not an exam. This is getting the truth out there. I did this and I'll give it to you, and you can say it as if it's yours. You don't have to say, well, Illusion gave me this. You can just say it, get it out there. You know what I mean? So because of your videos, oh wow, they took him off. Oh wow, how crazy is this? The phone's just gone off. It's disconnected as I was about to go through this. Let's see if he can call me back. Oh my, guys, it went off at 13:18, which is Revelation 13:18, which is all about 666. I'm screenshotting this. Oh my goodness, this is getting screenshotted. Guys, they've just cut me off at 13:18 and Revelation 13:18. I've just felt it all up and down my body again. Guys, they've just cut me and Joseph off at 13:18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603.6. That's Revelation 13. They just cut him off 13:18 my time. I've screenshotted it. As we're talking about Obama and the 666, and how he was born on the 216th day of the year, 6 times 6 times 6, and they cut me off at 13:18. Guys, Google Revelation 13:18. Do it right now. I did not hang up. I need to find out what's going on here. Guys, you can't see my goosebumps. You can't see them. You can't feel them. This is insane. Mate, did you see what just happened?
Not only was it 13:18, we were on the phone for 42 minutes.
No, mate. The beast reigns for 42 months. No.
13:5, the beast is given 42 months, and Barack Obama is 181, the 42nd.
Mate, I'm nearly crying. I'm almost crying.
181.
Mate, do you know, mate, speak.
Yes, we can. Thank you, Satan, which is 181.
Mate, 181.
42 minutes. Can you believe that?
Mate, you know I told mate, do you know I told you Kobe's last ever game was 42 minutes against the Jazz?
Yeah.
Mate, when he played against the Jazz,
huge number.
the Jazz fielded 9 players, like 9 people died in the helicopter crash. I added up the jersey numbers, or my mate Richard helped me with this. We added up the jersey numbers of Utah Jazz's 9 players. It got you 181.
Wow.
40-second time.
So,
mate, do you have a? Can you take an image? Can you take an image of the 42 minutes? I didn't catch that. I got the 13:18.
Well,
Mate, it turned off at 13:18. Is it that? Is it same time as you, or are we different time zones?
Yeah, on my back window of my car, I have Revelation 13:18 written. And it's all about calculating the number of the beast. Yep, that's why we do what we do.
So is that God? That's God.
That verse is about gematria.
Mate, there's 60. Wait. There's 60.
13:18 without gematria.
There's 60 in the live, 26 likes. Kobe Bryant was drafted 626, like LeBron, who's connected to Revelation as well. Mate.
You said 60?
No, but 0 has no value there. 60-26 can be 626 his draft date and LeBron's draft date, June the 26th. But, mate, I'm almost, I don't want to get emotionally. I ain't an emotional guy. I feel like crying what just happened then. To cut off at 13:18 and you were talking about Obama and the 666. Mate.
And the 181 thing, so Barack Obama is 181. That's in Jewish gematria. His full name is Barack Hussein Obama II, which is 181 in simple English gematria. And like I said, 181 is the 42nd prime number, and the beast is given 42 months.
I'm going to tell you something.
Is also 181.
I'm going to tell you something that you probably don't know. Oh, you probably know, judging by how incredible you are. So Obama was born on 8/4, yeah?
Yeah, 8/4. Yeah. Obama equals 84 in Jewish.
Just like the Jesuit order and Jesuit and all of that stuff. But, mate.
Masonry, yep.
42 times 2 is 84.
Right. Yep. Sure is. Somebody keeps asking in the chat, what is gematria? Gematria is simply letters as numerals assigning a numerical value to letters, words, and phrases.
It's Jewish mysticism.
Revelation 13:18 is solved, assigning numerical values to calculate the number of the beast.
And it's Jewish mysticism, basically. So that's why people like you and I can predict the future.
For thousands of years.
Yeah, it's basically how the world's run, by letters and numbers. It's and symbols. That's how it's all put together. That's how God communicates with us.
You know, I don't know if you're familiar with this. You've heard of backmasking before?
Yeah, where like basically you play the song in reverse and then it says like "Hail Satan."
Right. So Obama's slogan is "Yes, we can."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of stuff I could tell you about "Yes, we can," but when you play "Yes, we can" backwards, you hear "Thank you, Satan." Right? Well, "Thank you, Satan" equals 181.
What?
So there's that. And his slogan, "Yes, we can," equals 32. In the same cipher, Barack Obama 32, Obama 32, Obamacare 32.
And there's 32 rays in the Society of Jesus' logo. Tom Brady retired the 32nd day of the year, and there's 32 teams in the NFL. We're about to have the World Cup, with 32 teams in it.
Obama works with the Jesuits behind the scenes. It's my opinion. I clearly think Obama is the Antichrist. I think Pope Francis is the false prophet.
I believe he's the false prophet.
He's the head of the Catholic Church.
Well, check this out.
You know, first member of the Society of Jesus.
I think I've got something else for you.
Pope.
I've got something else for you.
Yeah.
So Obama's birth date can be written the 4th of August, which is 48, yeah? Big number, like Illuminati's 48. But
as above, so below 48.
Exactly, and you're saying that Obama's heavily connected to the number 32, yeah?
Yeah, well, you know, as above, so below is also 222. Like the Antichrist Barack Obama 222, as above, so below is also 156. The Antichrist Barack Obama 156.
And 9/11 is the 156 prime. But going
right, and New York equals 156 and 222.
Yes, it does, mate. And New York gets you 111, like 9/11 occurred with 111 days left in the year, and Queen Elizabeth was born the 111th day of the year. But going back to Obama being connected to 32, because I don't know much about Obama. Well, he was born on a date that can be written 48, and 4 times 8 gets you 32.
Right, yep.
And Pope Francis was born on 48 date numerology, wasn't he?
Yep.
12 plus 17 plus...
Wow.
Yeah, he was born on 48 date numerology. He was born on 84 date numerology. Pure was Pope Francis in 36, which obviously 666 is the 36 triangular number, isn't it?
In Jewish, Obama equals 84, born on 8-4. So.
Wow. So yeah.
One more thing I want to mention about the 222 before I forget. So the big ones, Obama tested positive 222 days after his birthday, right?
That's huge.
Event 201 equals 222. The first U.S. case was 222 days after Trump's birthday. Trump made the calm before the storm statement 222 days before.
It was Trump who, as well, did Operation Warp Speed exactly 2 years after Clay Dax to rush out the vaccines when he was the guy saying we don't need vaccines.
Yep.
At one point.
And if you take out the P's on Warp Speed, you got War Seed. And the Bible talks about in the end times they will make war on the seed. And that's why you had the Golden State Warriors win, and their star player is Wardle Stephen Curry. War. Yep, with their blue and yellow, like
the Ukraine flag and the Freemasonry logo.
Like the Ukraine flag and
the LA Rams.
So the biggest 222 of them all is from 9/11/01 when the towers fell until March 11th, 2020, when it was declared a pandemic. Those 2 days, the two biggest days in the last 100 years probably, are separated by exactly 222 months and not 1 day extra. So from 9/11 to 3/11, exactly 222 months.
Yeah, I've got that. And
so
do you know that?
About it, that they're using the 222.
Well, do you know that that span is 18 years and 6 months on the nose? You're 186, right? And
186.
Yeah,
so
but
listen, the Antichrist is 186.
Now listen to this: the upcoming World Cup final.
The 186. Mark of Beast 186. Go ahead, sorry.
The World Cup final coming up, the 2022 World Cup final, which is in Qatar, which is the Middle East, all goes back to Jesus. But it's the day after the Pope's birthday, okay? The World Cup final, right? It's one day after he turns 86, 186. Coronavirus was declared a global pandemic exactly 18 years and 6 months after 9/11.
And the word vaccination equals 186.
And it's 111 as well, isn't it? Which is 666 in Sumerian vaccination.
Yep. And Mark of Beast is 186. Obama the Antichrist 186. United Nations 186. Dollar crash 186. U.S. of America 186. It's a huge number.
Mate,
vaccination's also 48, like you were talking about earlier.
Can I just say that 1318 moment was one of the best moments of my life? So thank you. I can't put into words. People are going to say these guys, they're just smooth talkers. They probably hung up after. It just went off, didn't it?
Yeah.
It just went off.
Anything. It just ended the call.
It just ended.
Yep.
Just ended there and then. And before you have this awakening, do you think I would have noticed it was 1318 and connected it to Rev 1318?
Right.
You wouldn't have. I think God's always communicated.
You how God tweaks your numbers.
But he's always communicated with us. It's just we've not had the eyes to see. I think he's always done it, and he's doing it with all of us. It's just the majority don't have the eyes to see. And for 33 years, I didn't see. That's why I don't really judge people. I was blind, like spiritually blind, not physically blind. Everyone says physically you're not blind, you can see. I was spiritually blind, and mate, that 1318 moment, and you were talking about Obama, that has to be huge for you.
Oh, yeah. I'm every day, man, I get a new Obama confirmation. I think you were in the live stream this morning.
Yeah,
and,
I was.
I got a big one last night. Because we've been talking about the number 192 since Uvalde happened, right? Remember, we had
19 kids children, dead, 2 adults, yeah.
19 children, 2 adults, 192 dead 192 days after the governor's birthday. Assault weapons 192. All right. So we had the death yesterday of Anthony Saragusa, dead on the day, leaving 192 days left in the year. Anthony Saragusa 192. What was it? Sideline reporter. Yeah, Sideline reporter was his current job, which equals 192 in the same cipher.
But do you know that you know I told you Pope Francis was born December 17th, Saturnalia?
What was that?
You know I told you Pope Francis was born December the 17th, which is Saturnalia.
Right.
Do you have your gematria in front of you?
Do I have the calculator in front of me?
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Type
are we looking at?
Type in December 17th, all letters. December 17th, which is Pope Francis's birthday, and you'll see some big numbers there.
The 192. Yep, and the 84.
Exactly. When you type in December 17th, it's 192. And your 96, which is the year Kobe was drafted. Corona gets you 96. England hosted Euro 96.
That's a good one to add to the list.
Yeah, you should type that. And Lightbearer gets you 192 as well. Lightbearer, which is connected to Lucifer Morningstar.
Oh, that's perfect. Because here's my whole point in bringing up the 192.
Yeah.
And the other thing I wanted to mention, Tony Saragusa, he began his career with the Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis Colts is 192.
192,
right?
Yeah. Wow.
But we've been talking about the 192 since Uvalde. And what I discovered last night, I don't know how I didn't know this, Obama equals 192. And that's in that English Sumerian that I keep telling everybody is very important.
Wow.
A is 6, B is 12, C is 18. But Obama by itself, 192 of all the numbers, right? And then also with the Tony Saragusa thing, the current head coach of the Ravens is John William Harbaugh. That's his full name, which equals 192.
Mate, do you want me to absolutely blow your mind right now for your code? You need to see this for yourself. You may already know it because I know how high your level is, but I think you've missed this. Do you know, have you done the span from Obama's birthday this year to Pope Francis's?
No, I don't think so.
Get ready. 19 weeks and 2 days.
19 weeks and 2 days.
192.
Wow. 192.
And I know that 19 weeks and 2 days is 135 days. Check this out. Kobe Bean Bryant gets you 135. He won 135 playoff games. He had 135 games where he got 40 points or more. And then he was drafted into the NBA Hall of Fame by Michael Jordan on May the 15th, 135th day of the year, which was the same date as Claydex and Operation Warp Speed. And 135 days,
right?
Yeah, and 135 days is 4 months and 13 days. Kobe Bryant's last ever game in the NBA was April the 13th, 4-1-3.
Wow.
So
amazing.
you might want to see that. You might want to see that yourself. Mate, just type it in with your own eyes. 8/4/2022, 12/17/2022, 19 weeks and 2 days. And if you include the end date, which a lot of people do, that's 193, which is the 44th prime, like he was the 44th president.
Right, and Fallen Angel is 44.
Tom Brady's 44 right now, isn't he? Isn't Brady 44 right now?
Elon Musk buys Twitter for 44 billion. Musk equals 44. Elon equals 115. Twitter 115. 115th day of the year. Lucifer 115.
Masonic 115. And do you know? Okay. Oh, do you know we were saying that the Claydex simulation was on 15.5, Operation Warp Speed 15.5. Kobe was inducted to the Hall of Fame 15.5. Well, you know when Brady won the Super Bowl?
Coronavirus is 155.
Coronavirus is 155. But do you know when?
Yeah, that's why it was Claydex. It was on 15.5, coronavirus. Yep.
And do you know when Brady won the Super Bowl with the Bucks? The Bucks finished 15-5 for the season, and they came into the playoffs 11-5, and 11's the fifth prime, and 15's the fifth triangular number, and Kobe won 5 rings.
And 11 times 5 is 55, like Super Bowl 55.
Missed that.
Oh, by the way,
I missed that one.
I didn't mention this earlier. When Tom Brady won the Super Bowl with the Buccaneers, he got his 222nd career win that year as a Buccaneer, and Buccaneer Super Bowl equals 222.
And do you know 227 is the 49th prime, and he supports the 49ers?
Wow.
And 7 times 7 is 40. 7 times 7 is 49. He was born in 77 and won his 7th ring on the 7th day of February.
Oh wow!
This is incredible. It's 28 likes, and 28 is the 7th triangular number as well. Right now.
Here's one more thing I want to mention about the 155. Just a big ritual yesterday, right? We had two Baltimore Ravens reported dead on the same day.
Have you seen a lot of rituals? Have you seen a lot of rituals in the last year about birds? Like a raven? There's bird rituals everywhere. Do you know what that is?
Yep. No, I'm not too sure what the whole thing is about.
We'll figure it out.
But here's the thing. So we had 2 ravens reported dead yesterday, right?
Okay.
Edgar Allan Poe wrote The Raven, right?
Mm.
Yesterday was 155 days after Edgar Allan Poe's birthday.
What?
And ritual killing is 155. Masonic ritual 155. Freemasons 155. And Tony Saragusa is 155. And he was one of the 2 ravens. And the most famous raven of all time is Ray Lewis. Yeah. And his birthday is May 15th, 15/5.
Wow.
That's Ray Lewis's birthday. And these 2 ravens are dead 155 days after Edgar Allan Poe's birthday, and he wrote The Raven.
And 15 plus 5 is 20, like coronavirus was declared a pandemic in 2020.
Yep, death equals 20. Yep.
Mate, other than there's no way that 2 regular guys like you and I are doing this without the help of God. Simple.
Right.
It's simple.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way that we just stumbled across this for the sake of it.
Like I said earlier, I started seeing the number 222 organically when I first started this, right? And it turns out 222 is one of the most important keys to the whole thing. Actually, in gematria, key to the apocalypse is 222. Key to the universe is 222. So there's also that. But 222 is just such a huge number, and we've just done so many things with that number. Confirmations every day about how big that number is. What do you think is like I guess besides Kobe, that's clearly one of the biggest ones. But is there a ritual that you think is like the number one, like, hey, gematria is legit. Here's how they use this number here. Like, what's your go-to ritual for an example besides Kobe?
Besides Kobe, let me think. I've done so many. Just to quickly go back to your 222. That's the 53rd day of the year, and COVID's 53. And
53, like COVID 53, Order Lab Cal 53.
Yeah, and 53 is the 16th prime, and I was born exactly 16 months before my brother. Exactly.
Oh wow.
I was born. Do you know I was born 14/4, like Jesuit order? Like there's 1,440 minutes in a day. Like Eton, the famous school in England, was founded 1440. There's the 144,000 angels. So I've got that 144, and unfortunately, there's people in this community. We don't have to mention this guy. You know who I'm talking about, but who act like man is behind everything. And the Jesuits are behind everything. So the illusion gets you 144, and so does Jesuit order. So he's working for the Jesuits. It's embarrassing when people do that. 144 is a sacred number with time, with angels, with so many things, and they want to say it's Jesuit order. You know I was born on my dad's birthday, don't you? Do you know that?
Yeah.
I was born on my dad's birthday, and he was 31. 31's the 11th prime, my favorite number.
You say 11 is your favorite number? Jesus equals 11?
Yep, and it's a master number. All these master numbers. I had my awakening at 33, which is 11 times 3, which is when coronavirus was declared.
And my number is 22, which is 11 plus 11, 22.
Yeah. All 11 times 2, and the Jesuits operate in 112 nations. Mathematics, 112. Catholicism, 112.
Society of Jesus is 1122, and JFK was assassinated on 1122. JFK assassination equals 1122.
Right.
So there's your 2 master numbers right there.
11 plus 22 is 33, isn't it? And when you add up the 3 master numbers, it's 66, which is when the Church of Salem was founded. Corona's 66. Charles, like Prince Charles. England won the World Cup in 66. Do you know what score the final was?
Ravens equals 66.
So England won the World Cup final in England in 66. Do you know what the score was in the final? 4-2. England beat Germany 4-2, exactly 21 years after they defeated them in the war in 1945. Wow. Jesuits 42 and 21. 42 plus 21 is 63. 2016, huge year. That's when Trump was selected to be the president, won it. 2016, it's when Kobe retired. It's when LeBron won the NBA with Cleveland with the 216 dialing code. It's when Prince died on the Queen's birthday in 2016. an enormous year.
Prince, I Would Die For You, died on 4/20.
Yeah, I would die for you. And yeah, he died April the 21st and used the 21st letter, and 4, obviously the 4th month. But
hey, back
2016 is the 63rd triangular number. That's when JFK was assassinated in 63 on 11/22 for your double master numbers.
The Illuminati. Did you know the Illuminati is 63?
No, but did you know JFK died 22/11?
Obama is 63 too.
JFK died the 22nd of November 22/11, which is the 66 triangular number as well. Did you know that?
And JFK assassination is 11/22, and then Kennedy Space Center is 11/22, which is named after Kennedy. And Kennedy equals 666, by the way.
Sensational. Well, so does LeBron. LeBron gets you 66 as well. What's that?
So 144 is, you said you're connected to the 144?
Well, hugely, which also gets you your 9.
So that's also a number that I see is the 144. And so I'm also connected to that number. And here's the thing. Did you know body of Christ equals 144?
No idea. No.
And the chosen of God is 144?
I feel like I've been chosen by God.
And mark of the beast is 144. And Antichrist Barack Obama is 144. And the Uvalde shooting was on the 144th day of the year. And
magnificent.
The whole thing is connected to Obama. Just the one example, Obama is 192.
Was my video on the Uvalde shooting what made you really appreciate my work? I think that's your favorite video I've done, isn't it?
I'm not. I found you on Sports Gematria.
Oh, is that? Oh, okay, yeah.
One of his videos.
Oh, they're hilarious.
I got to check this guy out.
Yeah,
shout out to Sports Gematria doing great work over there.
Yeah, he does really good. He's so good at, he's a guy who knows how to use a computer, man.
That guy's got some editing. Yeah, he knows how to use the computer.
Yeah, he's got some editing skills, some real editing skills. I'm going to reveal a code that I've not shared with anyone. I'm going to do it right now, okay?
All right.
So I was going to do a separate video. I can still do it. So it incorporates Kobe, but it incorporates Prince Philip. It incorporates just everything you can imagine. So get ready for this, all right?
If I can add anything.
Yeah, guys, if you guys watching this, somebody inspired me towards this code, and then I just went on a mission. Do you ever do that, Joseph, where somebody gives you like a little bit, a sprinkle, and then you just turn it into a masterpiece? Like they give you some ingredients, and then you make a beautiful meal with it? Well, this is what I did here.
Actually, there's somebody in your chat, Lisa Prinz. I'm good friends with her on Facebook, and her and another girl named Stephanie. They help me in that way. They'll start working on a decode, and I'll pretty much help them finish it up. But they do a great job of that.
There's too many people for me.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah,
people give me a little bit, and then I go all the way with it.
Yeah, there's too many people for me to thank who've inspired me. They know who they are. There's too many. I don't want to give a speech like I've just won an Oscar. So I'm aware that there's loads of people that have truly helped me on my journey, pushed me. There's people that have ridiculed me. But again, whatever they've done has led to this moment where I'm chatting with you. So if I've been ridiculed, laughed at, praised, idolized, whatever it is, it's led me to where I am now. So this code is pretty insane. All right, I'm going to read it.
I'm ready.
Okay, so we know all about Kobe with his 666, highest scoring game, 666 game. That's huge in itself. And he had a 666 workout plan, didn't he? Have you seen that?
Right.
So that's all basic stuff that you can find for yourself. Right.
Right.
So Kobe Bryant, he died 497 months and 3 days into his life. 4973. Okay. 4973. Tom Brady, he played 22 seasons and he won 7 rings. 227, 49th prime. And sports the 49ers. Prince Philip died on 49, Revelation 49. Just had the Warriors winning the NBA. Warriors gets you 49, and the Warriors are based in San Francisco, where the Church of Satan is.
49 too.
And then you got the 7-3, the 4973. You have your 7-3, Brady, 7-3 in Super Bowls. You have Steph Curry just winning every trophy imaginable, which I called the Western Conference MVP, the Finals MVP, the All-Star MVP. He broke the 3-point scoring record this year. He did everything this year. Steph Curry, born on Pi, 73rd day of the year. So you're 4973. But then 4973, which connects to Kobe's death and everything that's been going on recently, 4,973 is the 666 prime.
Oh, wow.
This, I haven't shared this with anybody. And it's the 666 prime. And all the 666s that we've just been talking about, whether it's the span from Claydex to coronavirus being declared a pandemic, 666 days. I've done so many other 666s with professional football.
I'll give you one real quick.
Yeah, you do that.
Omicron was named 666 days after COVID was declared a public health emergency. Omicron was named 666 days after that.
Mate, that's
just another one.
That's absolutely magnificent. But mate, that Kobe dying 497 months and 3 days after he's born, and 4973 is the 666 prime, mate. Like,
it's what you call an impossible coincidence.
Yeah, and to even have guys try to convince you at this point that 80-year-old Jesuits are sitting in the Vatican and coding every single ritual in the world, every single sports game, in every single sports league, and every single media headline is all being done by man is absolutely embarrassing. So if you want to keep following these people who are going to convince you that man has the power to do this, then you are in for a world of hurt, as Mag says. Mag on. It says you're in for a world of hurt, and you are. Now check this out.
While you're on that point.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. You go. You go. You had something to say. You go.
Okay. Well, to add to your point about how this isn't just all the Jesuits. Of course, we know the Jesuits and the Freemasons are, Lucifer's henchmen.
They're being
right?
used.
Of course, they're being used, right, to carry out these rituals.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: there's somebody above the Jesuits, the fallen angels.
Yes.
All right. And here, like I talked about in my live stream this morning, in satanic gematria, the fallen angels equals 666.
Yes.
Right? That speaks for itself.
Yep.
In reverse gematria, fallen angels is 216, which is 6 times 6 times 6. Like Barak 216, born on the 216th day of the year. Now here's the big one. All right, with mathematical proof of why this happened right here. The first tower was hit at 8:46 a.m. Just like we had George Floyd with the knee on the neck for 8 minutes and 46
Let me
seconds.
tell you something with that, because I was watching your video about it. Did you know that they changed the time?
Yeah. Yep. It was too obvious.
Yeah. Do you know why they changed the time? Because they were scared people would find God. I'll tell you what they did, and I'll tell you exactly. You won't know this, and I hope, mate. Thank you so much. I'm learning tons from you here, and that's what this is all about: teaching people, innit, and guiding them, like with no ego. There's no ego here. Thank you for everything you share, and I've learned a ton, mate. So much here. It's outrageous. We're teaching people more in a few hours in a live stream than they've ever learned in their life, and that's the reality. That is the reality. It's not ego. That's the reality.
It really is true, and it's not bragging. But
it's not. It's just reality. People have to accept
that. Yeah.
Like, check this out. Check this out. You're right. 9/11, the Twin Towers came down at 8:46 a.m. Originally, we were told that Chauvin knelt.
Hit at 8:46.
Yeah,
right?
And Chauvin supposedly knelt on George Floyd for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Then they changed it. They told us 8:46. I picked up on that straight away. They changed it. Do you know what they changed it to?
It was like 9:29.
Yep. And do you know why they did this? Why Satan did this? Why the Jesuits did this? Why the Masons did this? Well, Satan. Do you know why they changed it to 929?
Why is that?
929 is the 158th prime, and the Society of Jesus were recognized by the Catholic Church on the 15th of August, 158. And Freemasonry gets you 158.
Freemasonry, 158. Salvador Ramos, 158. 158 days after the Pope's birthday, we had Uvalde.
Sensational. Yeah. And mate, they changed it to 9 minutes and 29, the 158th prime. That's where these people are manipulating anything that's pure. I say they infiltrate everything that's pure. It was 846. God made it 846. Whether I've said George Floyd never died, this, that, and the other, it's God using whoever to communicate with us.
Right.
That's what I'm getting at now. I don't care. Did George Floyd really die? He had an eagle tattoo. He was a Freemason. He put a gun to a pregnant woman's stomach. I'm not bothered about that anymore. They told us 846.
Yeah.
Satan infiltrated the numbers like he always does every single day and bullshit with stats, whatever he does. Numbers don't lie, but people lie about numbers. Simple as that. 929 is the 158th prime, mate, when they were recognized by the Catholic Church, the Society of Jesus, 15.
Right.
That's
And
not
George
an accident.
Perry Ford is 20. George Perry Ford is 201, by the way.
The name that they made up for him, yeah.
Right.
And do you know, Brady won Super Bowl 55, 31-9, then retired 319 days before the Pope's birthday. Well, Derek Chauvin, the crisis actor, was born March the 19th, 319.
So is Gabby Petito, 319.
Which can be written 19-3, the 44th prime, like Obama, the 44th president.
Lucifer 319. They saw it 319, killing 319, all in satanic gematria.
Satanic gets you 22, and what's 3 plus 19? 22.
Right, and when the Buccaneers won that game, 22 points, 31-9. They won by 22.
Yeah, they did. They won it by 22, mate. They won it by 22.
Yeah.
It's just. Yeah. Did you see my code for that? I think Revelation is going to potentially be fulfilled on 9/11/2023, which is exactly 22 years after the Twin Towers came down. Did you watch that video?
I think I did, yep.
Well, basically, coronavirus declared a global pandemic 11/3/2020. Exactly 42 months after that is 9/11/2023, and Super Bowl 56 just finished 2023, which I said it would at halftime.
Ah.
And did you see, the 216 you kept talking about massively with Satan, but in particular with Obama? You'll remember that.
Yeah, the lot of 216.
Yeah, but you'll remember that Super Bowl 55 at halftime, the Bucs were leading the Chiefs 21-6.
Right.
And 21 plus 6 is 27, like the game was on 2-7.
Hey, and who did the halftime show?
The Weeknd.
Do you remember?
The Weeknd.
And what's the Weeknd's birthday?
Oh my goodness, yeah. Wait, remind me. It's on the tip of my tongue. I just did a video about it.
His birthday is February 16th.
Yeah, 216. 216.
And the Weeknd did the halftime show where he came down like a fallen angel.
He did.
He did. Fallen angel is 216.
He did.
Which was in Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay is 474, like fallen angel is 474.
And like you said, Tampa Bay have the Tampa Bay Lightning, which goes back to Luke 10:18.
Yep, and the Tampa Bay Rays, the Ray is the sun logo, right?
Yeah, and they lost to the Dodgers. They lost to the Dodgers.
The pride thing.
They lost to the Dodgers, I think, the year Kobe died. The Lakers, the Rays, it's all sun and water and the elements. Mate, how amazing is this? Like, my friend about a year.
I've been to a Lightning game.
Yeah.
I've been to a Lightning game. I've been to tons of Rays games, and I was a Buccaneers season ticket holder. So it's funny. We're talking about the Tampa Bay.
Mate, for nearly all my life, I supported Man United, one of the most iconic football clubs in the world. Their nickname's the Red Devils.
Yeah, oh wow!
I gave
this for some organic stuff.
Well, mate, do you want some more organic stuff? Do you want some more organic stuff? You said you're a big Tampa Bay fan.
Well, dude, my name, Joseph Acquaviva, is a perfect match for Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Mate, are you ready for this? You know,
simple English and full reduction, it's a perfect match.
Mate, do you know the Tampa?
And they wrote an article about me. The Buccaneers wrote an article about me, and my name equals Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That's absolutely.
If you Google Joseph Acquaviva Buccaneers, you'll find a whole article about me from Buccaneers.com.
And
my name equals Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wow, and your name's Joseph, and Joseph was one of Jacob's 12 sons, and that's Brady's jersey number.
Yep.
And I was born on 14/4, which is 12 times 12.
Yep.
But what was I going to say now?
Grandpa's birthday, 12.
So your owners, or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers owners, are the Glazer family, yeah?
The Glazers, yep. You got the soccer connections with Manchester United,
which is my favorite team, mate.
Right.
So
see how it all connects.
So mate, 55 in the live as we're talking about Super Bowl 55, but 34 likes as well. Like Steph Curry won the NBA at age 34, and he got 34 points in Game 6. But mate,
Fallen Angel is 55 in reverse full reduction.
Yeah, I saw your video. I didn't know that. I watched your video today, and you had that come up, which was really interesting to me. And Bill Gates was born in 1955, the same year as my dad.
Oh wow!
My dad was 11 years old when England won the World Cup. My favorite number.
Wow. One more thing I want to mention. We were talking about the fallen angels and how they're above the Jesuits. So
here's what we have to say now. Let's quickly say this. You've got the Jesuits and Masons, who there's people online trying to convince you that it's just them, which is embarrassing at this point. And I get why people fall for it.
Biblical.
Before I had my spiritual awakening, it made complete sense because I just like, all these numbers connect to the Pope. The Pope's the leader of the Society of Jesus. It connects to Arturo Sosa, the Superior General. Okay, it's them. They're doing it. And the more I had my awakening, I was like, this is absolutely embarrassing to think that this is man. So let's just say this. There's Jesuits and Masons who, secret societies, skull and bones, we all think they run the world when they're not even close. They're being used. They're here on the pyramid. Then you have the fallen angels above them. Then you have Lucifer. But you know who's above Lucifer? You say it, Joseph, baby. Who's above Lucifer?
God.
Boom. That's all you need to know. God. That the top of the pyramid, the all-seeing eye, is God, who sees everything.
One of the big examples that certain person likes to use to try to discredit that this is all biblical, they'll say things like, well, you know, masonry equals 33, and they say Jesus says 33.
And the highest degree of masonry is 33 degrees, so it's the Masons that wrote the Bible.
The whole thing. Or they'll say, oh, you know, there's 153 fish in the Bible because Jesuit order is 153, the Illuminati 153, right?
And then 153, the 17th triangular number.
Discredit the Bible. Well, here's the thing. Those scriptures in the Bible were written well before the names Masonry and Jesuit order were established.
They came about in the 16th, mate. They came about in the 16th century.
The numbers, they took the biblical numbers, they called themselves Society of Jesus as a mockery to Jesus or Yeshua, whatever you want to call him. That's the other thing. Trust me. Jesus, whatever you want to call him, he's not offended if you call him Jesus or Yeshua. A lot of people get, you know, bent out of shape about that.
I know.
Yes, we know his name wasn't Jesus. We know that, but you don't think God, Almighty Creator God, knew that we would be speaking English in the end times? Or do you think that one got past him? Like, you know?
Do you know that GD? You know GD, the chemical element, which is gadolinium. Okay, gadolinium. It's the symbol is GD, and it's the 64th atomic number. Okay. The 64th atomic number, GD, which is like God in the Torah, yeah? They get rid of the O, it's GD. Yeah. Well, GD, my mate Jay Soul told me this, who's amazing. The atomic number of GD is 64, and coronavirus was declared a global pandemic on 3/11, the 64th prime.
And Barack Hussein Obama equals 64.
Like the word kill as well, doesn't it?
And the Antichrist equals 64 in the same cipher as Barack Hussein Obama. Full reduction.
Wales just got to the World Cup final the first time since 1958, which was 64 years ago. A tiny little country who has a dragon in their flag.
68. And the 68 is
58.
connected to Obama.
Oh, I did something about Obama for you.
Did you say 58?
No, well, 1958 was 64 years ago, but the 68's enormous, and I found something for you for 68. Enormous for you.
Antichrist 68, Barack Obama 68, Ukraine War 68 began on 68 date numerology, like World War I and World War II.
And 1968 was 33 years before 9/11/2001.
Right.
And then coronavirus declared a pandemic, 11/3. 11 times 3 is 33. But I got something for you. I'll send you all this over. So I watched your videos because I am a guy who can watch something, like I said, I dissect it and I always find something. I think that's my biggest gift. I watch something amazing and make it better without being, I think that's my biggest calling. So you know Obama was born 8/4/1961, yeah?
Right. And President Obama equals 61.
And you massively connect him with the number 44, especially with him being the 44th president, right?
Fallen Angel 44. Yes, we can. Thank you, Satan 44.
Amazing stuff. Well, check this out. 44, one of the people I use in most of my codes is Martin Luther King, who was assassinated 4/4/1968. Okay? April the 4th, 4/4.
4/4.
Well, you know, you've just said all of those numbers about 68. Huge number.
Right.
Well, mate, Obama was born exactly 6 years and 8 months before MLK was assassinated in 68.
Wow. That's amazing.
I'll send you a screenshot of it.
You know, they say Obama's from Hawaii, right?
That's what they tell us. Yeah.
They say, yeah, you know, Hawaii equals 666.
No, I don't, because I only use a few ciphers. Do you know Satan,
Yes,
mate?
That's in the Sumerian. That's in the Sumerian. I'm telling you, dude, those English Sumerian ciphers, crazy stuff. Like Santa Claus, 666 in English Sumerian.
That's
Hogwarts, wizarding, sorceries, witchcraft. The word witchcraft equals 666.
yeah, which is very real. People don't believe in magic. Like I believe people like Alicia Keys and Ellen DeGeneres and all these people and the Kardashians. I say they're witches. I think they're witches. I think Brady's wife's a witch. He said his wife was a witch, didn't he, Brady? Do you remember that interview?
Oh, for sure.
He called his wife a witch. And who do you owe your success to? My wife. Why? She's a witch. She tells me to do rituals. Right. She tells me when I'm going to win, when I'm going to lose. And I just do it. I do as she tells me. But get this. Martin Luther King died the 95th day of the year on 95th date numerology, which connects to Martin Luther's 95 Theses. And, mate, you know I told you that... 6 years and 8 months after Obama was born, MLK was assassinated in 1968. Now, check this out. 6 years and 8 months is exactly 80 months, and Satan gets you 80. Yep. Exactly 80 months. MLK was assassinated exactly 80 months after Obama was born.
Wow. And check it out. So you're right. Satan is 80.
Yeah.
After that, 80.
Yeah.
The beast is 80.
Didn't know that.
The antichrist is 80.
Didn't know that.
I just did a decode yesterday. The Obama signed a new deal, and the name of their group is called Higher Ground.
Higher Ground.
Higher Ground equals 80. And that ties in with Isaiah 14 about I will ascend above the heights. I will be like the Most High. And then Luke 10:18, lightning falling from the heights of the heavens. And remember, Big Mike said, when they go low, we go high. So there's this theme of being high like the heights. I will ascend, you know.
And then you've got Queen Elizabeth.
Higher ground, which equals 80, like Satan, all that.
You've got Queen Elizabeth as well, who's your Royal Highness.
Right.
She's going to die, definitely, for me, before she gets to 97. The code's just too strong.
Right.
And if it's God doing it, God doesn't change the code. For all these people as well, for all these people out there that are convinced that Vegas is flipping the scripts, it's nothing to do with Vegas. It's God. God determines who wins these games and championships. It's not man. They're not flipping scripts on you just because you got the code wrong. I used to believe that. I used to be naive enough to think, oh, the code was so good. They flipped the script because Vegas was going to lose too much money. Again, I really do believe God's behind all of these. Whoever wins these championships, it's not man. It's not FIFA and a group of these old men sat down saying, this year we're going to let this team win and we're going to have the World Cup in Qatar because we're going to make a lot of money. Money's printed paper. Money is printed paper and a control tool. That's it. They have as much money as they want at the top of this.
Dollar crash equals 666. And once they have everybody on that digital money, it's game over.
Yeah, that's when we officially get the mark of the beast, where you can't buy or sell. That's when you separate those who truly believe in God and those who are still obsessed and connected with this world. And right now, this world and this reality is run by Satan. We will have that moment. And people like you and I, mate, I swear, I gave up my $300,000 house. I gave up my incredible marriage. I gave up my job. I gave up so much because I knew I had a calling here. And I don't regret it.
Yeah.
I lost 90% of my friends. Yeah. Most of my friends still, well, they don't think I'm nuts, but they can't connect. They can't relate to what I'm saying. They don't think I'm.
I was a season ticket holder for the Buccaneers, 3 years ago. So I was even going to the away games. I was going to the NFL draft. I was going to all this stuff. So when I started to try to tell my friends about this stuff, they just, you're completely nuts. And that was really my life. It was just tailgates and games and just living for the weekend. And, that's not any way to live anyways. But, yeah, they weren't having any of this number stuff. But, yeah.
We have the same story with that, mate. I feel like other than you were involved in a car crash.
When you walk the real path, the real truth, you pretty much lose all the fake people in your life.
Perfect. You summed it up perfectly there. You're talking about Brady there, 40 likes, and he came out of retirement 40 days. after he retired, and Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. It's all biblical. I'm not having anyone convince me now that it's man behind this. Man's playing a role within it. Man's playing a role within it, or man's being used within it, and there's an element of free will. But just my whole awakening right now tells me that this is God. This is God's work that I'm helping to share. I'm speaking the word of God. It's not me. It's not the illusion's so intelligent. This guy's a genius. I want to worship him. But somebody messaged me saying that they idolized me, and it made me sick. It made me feel physically sick that they're telling me you should not idolize any man. You should not idolize any man or worship any man at all.
Right.
And that's why you get these false celebrity worship, which is a disease. Celebrity worship's a disease. That's why I expose these celebrities, because I don't want people to give their energy to them.
That's all the sports are, celebrity worship. And
energy harvesting.
With a logo, and it's energy harvest. And when your team loses, you're depressed for 3 days afterwards. And, trust me, I was one of the biggest football fans, NFL football. I mean, the Buccaneers would lose a game, I'd literally be sad for 3 days. That's how bad into it I was,
The 13th of May, 2010. Oh, 2012, the 13th of May, 2012, Man United lost the title with the last kick of the game, and I started crying as a grown man.
Oh, wow.
And I've since decoded all of that. I've since decoded all of that and revealed the numbers behind it. So it was all meant to be for me to feel as low as I did about that, and now I've exposed it. So, 10 years ago, Man City won the Premier League for the first time ever, and which is the biggest rival of Manchester United. The red against the blue, your Freemason colours, red and blue get you your purple, don't you, which connects to royalty and deception and the Pope. And basically, they won the game, the last kick of the game, an Argentinian scored called Sergio Aguero. Aguero gets you 32. Is Argentinian. There's 32 raising the Society of Jesus logo. There's 32 raising Argentina's flag. And he scored with the last kick of the game. He got assisted by an Italian. We know Pope Francis is from Argentina, resides in the Vatican in Italy.
Argentina is also 44.
And 55.
Like Fallen Angel, 55 like Fallen Angel.
And 44 plus 55 is your 99. Yeah. And this year, or last year, Argentina won the Copa America with Messi. And then the day after, Italy won the Euros. So in 24 hours, Argentina won the Copa America, which is a big tournament in South America. And then Italy won the Euros, which is the biggest competition after the World Cup. And within 24 hours apart. And when Francis became the Pope in 2013, he held a dinner for the Italian and Argentinian national team. And then 8 years later, they win those two major championships, 24 hours apart. And so I don't know, all the stuff that's happened in my life has led to this. So I was a diehard sports fan. I'd get up at 4 a.m. to watch a game when I lived in the US and even in Mexico. That's nearly all my conversation with my friends was about, did you watch the United game? How did you do in fantasy this week? It was all that. So I've lost all those friends, apart from maybe two. They've gone.
Yeah, I went through the same thing.
But then I found
talk about people after awakening, and it's hard.
But then God's put me in contact with people like you, Joseph, who, if I didn't have this awakening, I would never have come across you. So again, you lose all the fakeness in your life.
I wouldn't be talking to you. Yep.
That's what I mean. So I don't think about what separates me from a lot of people in my whole life has been my mindset. I'm incredibly competitive. I don't get down on myself. When something happens, I make sure, all right, I'm going to recover from that. I've always done that. I've thrived on adversity since a child. So when my Patreon got taken down, a part of me was like, let's go. All right, you think that's it? You think I'm going to stop? Let's go. I'm going to get even better now. I'm going to grow a different audience. I don't need the sports anymore. Those people can go. Like you said with your friends in regards to, you lost a lot of friends because you don't care about talking about who's going to win the Super Bowl now. Did you see Brady's amazing game? You can't do that. It hurts your soul, yeah? I think it hurts my soul talking about it. So if I set up a new platform where people support me so I can keep doing what I'm doing now, I really don't care if I lose half of my followers because I'm not going to do sports anymore. Because it's no different to when I lost more than half of my real friends because I don't care about sport. Now I don't care about decoding it, even though I'm one of the very best. So I trust this process. People are saying, mate, I'm talking about God now because I'll make more money by doing it. You can't, you know my energy in my voice. You know I really believe in God now, don't you? You can feel it if you feel it, if you have the same connection. So people are accusing me of being an actor who's very smooth talking, and now I'm targeting people who believe in God because there's more money to be made. What is wrong with people, mate? Is that Satan, little workers just trying to rat on me? Is it just they're jealous? Do you ever get called out for what you do by people?
Sometimes. I mean, there was somebody in your chat earlier that was talking about people shouldn't charge for the truth or whatever. And yeah, if you have like a full-time job and you're making one video a week, and yeah, sure. But if you're somebody like us, that's like me personally, I'm putting out anywhere from 3 to 5 decodes a day.
Wow. Obama bomb with 149 days left in the year, the 35th one.
At this level all day, every day, and not be compensated somehow, you would be literally homeless.
And again, let me
to get the videos out.
Do you mind if I go get my charger?
Some people give me a hard time.
Do you mind if I go get my charger? Because my phone's about to die. Let me charge it. But oh wow, 19% like COVID-19. Kobe died 67 day numerology, the 19th prime. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Money is currency, yeah? Currency is energy. I give so much of my energy, as do you, to the truth and to this community. When I remember at the beginning of my journey, a lot of my friends said, you are really good at this. You don't tell anybody, you can make a fortune. And I was calling everything. When I said Brady and the Bucks win the Super Bowl, they beat the Chiefs before the season began, it won me over $5,000. My friends were saying, keep your mouth shut or people are going to come for you. I was like, this is more about money to me. Even back then, I said, this is more about money. So yeah, how I see it, and I saw this in somebody's live stream, I can't remember his name, I've only watched one of them. He said with the money aspect of it, that it is currency, which is energy, and it's no different to like tipping like somebody playing piano in a restaurant, or tipping your waiter who's served you well, or whatever it may be.
If you're learning and you're enjoying the content.
Yeah. I get this. Yeah, exactly. I spend hours on coding. I do 3-4 hour live streams. Today I haven't. I apologize to the chat. I'm not responding to your comments because I'm in the zone with my boy Joseph. I'm in the zone. I'm focusing on him. I've never spoke to him before. I apologize that I'm not responding to the comments. This is not like me. But yeah, you do that. For like the first year and a half on my journey, I was calling people for hours for free. And then it wasn't until a few people really close to me said, Adam, stop this. You are giving your whole life to these people now for nothing in reward. But I was like, well, I'm making enough money through gambling. I don't need them to pay me. I'm making all this money gambling. And then I gave up gambling because... Imagine, exactly. Imagine you and I sat down together every day and we decoded a game. Like I said, the Avalanche would go up 3-1 against the Lightning before the series began. They just went up 3-1 yesterday. I don't care. And what I care about is the Avalanche against the Lightning, which is, again, your weather warfare. I'm looking at it from that perspective now. Yeah, exactly. So I'll still do the sports that connects it to revelation and end times and all of that. And we need to let people know right now that if you have an awakening and you get close to God, end times is not scary. It's actually beautiful. I'm not scared of end times.
Knowing the sick world we live in, I got more peace now than I did before my awakening. Because now I don't fear anything. Now death is like, great, good, get me out of this sick world, right?
Yeah.
And plus, to die in Christ is gain. So we don't fear death. But,
Can I say, do you have fear of anything? Because this makes me sound really arrogant and like macho. I have fear of nothing. I have fear of nothing.
No,
I have fear of nothing.
Once you get really close to God, you also understand that everything does happen for a reason.
Yeah, and I used to not. I never knew what that expression meant, but it makes complete sense now. God's plan, everything happens for a reason.
And God's in control of everything, and everything that happens, it all has a reason. It's just like my car crash. At the time, I was so upset and
Mate, stop. You're talking about your car crash, which was on 5-5. We've just been going for 55 minutes in this call.
55 minutes.
Yeah, and you said your crash was 5-5. And the only reason I'm looking at the time is because I've just charged my phone. Otherwise, I wouldn't have noticed that. Wow. Guys, this is ridiculous. This is beautiful. Who cares who's going to win the upcoming Super Bowl? This right here shows you that the world is run by numbers and God is in control. Oh my God, the live's been 1 hour and 55 minutes. 155.
You know, car crash equals 55.
Somebody, that's amazing. Somebody in the chat, he's desperate for attention. He always is. He's saying that you and I are going out of our way to promote end times. That's not what we're intentionally doing, is it? We're not going out of our way and promoting it. We're saying what we believe is going to happen. Doesn't mean we're promoting it.
I saw somebody in the chat says gematria has been debunked. All right.
It's funny, yeah.
So you're telling me from 9/11, right, until March 11th, when it was declared a pandemic, being separated by exactly 222 months and not 1 day extra is a coincidence when we know Wuhan coronavirus is 222, Event 201222, World Economic Forum 222, Order Out of Chaos, As Above, So Below, the Beast of Revelation, they all equal 222. You got Obama out here testing positive 222 days after his birthday. You got the first case of COVID 222 days after Trump's birthday. You got Trump's calm before the storm 222 days before Cladex. You got Cladex 666 days before March 11th, where vaccination equals 666. You got Donald J. Trump making the calm before the storm statement 888 days before March 11th. Donald J. Trump equals 888. The heart of the deal equals 888. He made the calm before the storm statement on the 5th of October, which equals 888.
Mate, you know,
like this stuff is not a coincidence.
When you do that, you basically turn into Eminem. You just freestyle. It's beautiful. I'm going to read this out, which a lot of people know, and I think I think maybe Zach Hubbard came up with it, and people have added to it. So, Dr. Savage is a guy in the community. His name's Dr. Savage 84, like Obama's 84.
That covered ruined gematria is what he did.
Yeah. I'm not. I can't say a good word about that guy. I'm not gonna. His.
People, you know what happens when you type in gematria? He's so censored, right? You just type in gematria and all his videos pop up.
Yeah,
right?
that's very true. It's like what they did with David Icke.
For 5 minutes, and you'll be like, okay, I'm not into gematria. No thanks.
Do you remember when they removed David Icke's YouTube page, and then on the same day I was watching a video and the advertisement was promoting David Icke's new book? So they got rid of his channel because he was exposing so much, but then they promoted him in the advertisements on YouTube, which is hilarious. So again, it's just discernment. So the 77's big, isn't it, with 9/11, so Flight 77 hit the 77-foot tall Pentagon 77 minutes after taking off on the 77th meridian. That is that is like undeniable, which goes back to Brady, who was born 7/7, and he basically came on the scene after 9/11, didn't he? And he played for the Patriots. They signed the Patriots Act. All of that, all biblical. And mate, have you ever heard that Jesus was born on 9/11 and not December the 25th? Have you ever come across that?
Right, I've heard that a lot of times.
Doesn't that make so much sense?
Do we all know his birthday wasn't December 25th?
I know. What a joke with 6 days left in the year. And do you know how big that number is?
Catholic Church. You know, if you're serious about your walk, you're not celebrating pagan traditions. You're not putting the Christmas tree up or Easter bunny or any of that.
Yeah, but what all that does.
Likes to say, oh, you know, you Christians still with your pagan traditions.
Yeah, and what they do, we say these things. We say these things, and then we shatter people's illusions so they hate us, but in reality they hate the truth. They don't hate us.
Yeah.
So I won't ever celebrate Christmas again.
Perception of reality, and they turn it on.
Now check this out. Check this out. Christmas Day is on 12/25, yeah?
Right.
1,225 is 35 times 35.
Oh, wow.
1,225 is the 49th triangular number. Satan, Revelation 49, Prince Philip's death 49, Queen Elizabeth's mother's funeral 49.
Right.
And again, Christmas Day is a pagan celebration that not the Jesuits came up with, Satan did. And why do you think Santa is an anagram of Satan and he wears red? And why do you think you have parents? What brilliant. And why Santa Claus, and then you have Klaus Schwab, found in the World Economic Forum.
Right.
And exactly, brother. And then what you have here is you've got Christmas where parents go out of their way to lie to their children about the existence of Santa.
Right.
They go out of their way to do that. And same with the tooth fairy. You might say it's all innocent, but in reality, you're intentionally lying to your children, and it's got Satan's fingerprints on it. You might go, yeah, well, it's just part of it. I'm being nice. The kids really like it. It's like...
Another thing that, people let their kids watch cartoons a lot and thinking it's very innocent, but cartoons equals 666.
Well, look at Disneyland. Have you seen the Disney movies and the symbolism within it?
What is it? Walt Disney World is the perfect match to the Jesuit order, and Walter Elias Disney is 201.
Yeah, and then you have Walt Disney. Walt Disney was a 33.
Walt Disney World. Let's see. Walt Disney World is 201 and 69 and 84. So Walt Disney World is a match in 3 out of the 4 base ciphers to the Jesuit order. 69, 201, 84 in the same cipher.
And Walt Disney was a 33-degree Mason. That's why the VIP club at Disney is called Club 33.
Club 33, yep. Masonry equals 33. Secrecy, order, federal, 33. The whole thing.
It's all out there, but people don't want that. Again, Disneyland is fantasy, yeah? Disneyland's fantasy. It's the world of fantasy, and people don't want to leave that world. They don't want to experience true reality. They want to stay in the fantasy. They're Disney World. They want to stay in Disney World. That's what they want. They're happy there. And like the movie Pinocchio, where the cunning fox is 666, isn't it, in Pythagorean numerology? The cunning fox takes Pinocchio to Treasure Island, and it gets deceived.
Yeah. And you're like, man, it's all crazy. Man.
We can't go too deep into it, but when you break down the actual stories, which they always portray as being beautiful and positive stories, because there is an element of positivity to the Disney movies. This is where they blur the lines, like that Pharrell song, Blurred Lines. They'll feed you just enough positivity where you can... The average human being is a good person, nearly all of us, right? I know you can't really define good, but we look for the positive in life. So if we see a Disney movie, we see basically 99% of the time that the good guy prevails, unless it's like Bambi or like The Lion King, when there's been serious rituals in there that are kind of depressing. But in general, a Disney movie has a happy ending, doesn't it? So people will focus on the happy ending rather than the subliminal messaging in between, the symbolism, the pure out Satanism in Disney movies. And have you seen the way that Disney's designed the perfect architecture, the angle of it? I didn't do a video about it, but somebody did all the measurements of it, and mate, God allowed that to happen, or Satan. It's too perfect. It's like the pyramids. Man didn't build these pyramids. It's to perfection. Not a chance. Like, not a chance at all. At all. It's too perfect.
One thing I wanted to mention that I mentioned earlier, when I was talking about how the numbers in the scriptures came before the Jesuits and the Masons, right?
Yeah,
So
for sure, way
that's
before.
one example that some people like to use, like, oh, see, it's got 153 fish in the Bible because Jesuit order is 153.
Yeah.
Right? And here's my opinion. I think they created their names to equal what they equal. So, for example, they picked Masonry because they found that Masonry equals 33. But they could have called themselves the Bologna Sandwich Club, right, if it would have equaled 33. Same thing with Jesuit order. It equals 153. But they came up with the words Jesuit order.
What do you say? What
name and the language.
What do you say? What do you say about the fact that the Holy Bible equals 201?
Well, the Holy Bible, that's 3 English words right there. And you gave us the English language.
Yeah, and 2 plus 0 plus 1 is 3 as well.
Right. So yeah, they think they're slick, right? The Holy Bible 201, but then again, is it like God didn't know that? Did God not know we would be speaking English, that they were going to put it on there?
Exactly.
Because Satan can do nothing without God's approval.
And right now, people have to be aware, in our opinion, that right now Satan is running this realm.
If that's what's keeping people stuck in that, oh, it's the Jesuits because the Holy Bible is 201 because Jesuit order is 153, you're like down at the lower level. You got to break through that. Why do you think they call their name Society of Jesus? Does the Catholic Church represent the real Jesus? Of course not. Why are they praying to Mary and statues?
Yeah, they should not. You should never ever be worshiping Virgin Mary, should you?
Yeah. So yeah, the Holy Bible 201, Jesuit order 153. They created these words. The word Bible is not in the Bible.
So you're with me.
All these words we have are English translation.
Yeah, that's why people say gematria, it's Hebrew, it's Jewish mysticism. What's the English language got to do with it? It doesn't mean anything. That's why I massively use date durations, which you can't argue with.
Nope.
That took me to the next level. Argue with this date duration. Argue with this date duration. Yeah, and somebody's asking me.
I think, imagine if everybody in the world knew that Cladex was 666 days before March 11th. People have never even heard of Cladex.
9 out of 10. No. 9.
Have you heard of Cladex or Event 201? Nope.
99 people out of 100 will never have heard of Cladex. 99 out of 100.
Right.
Or Event 201. 99 out of 100. Somebody's asking me, do I believe in Jesus? 100%. Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I do.
Jesus is the truth equals 222.
Jesus is the light of the world. Yeah, so yeah, I didn't used to. I've said all of this. I've said my piece. Do I believe in Jesus Christ and that God sacrificed his only son for our sins? Right now, 1,000,000% in my soul, I've never been more confident about anything in my life. So I keep getting asked that question. Do I believe in Jesus? Yes, I do.
And our stories are a lot different because I grew up going to church back when I was in a church building, which I've now seen. Most of the church buildings are corrupt.
Well, they have. Have you noticed? Have you noticed a lot of churches have bloody goblins attached to them and demons?
Oh yeah, they're not warning people about anything.
They're everywhere. All these churches are full of demons and
the church is
gargoyles.
Not the building. The body of Christ. We're the church. And anyways, I grew up going to church with my grandma, and I'll give you the quick upbringing story real quick.
Okay.
When I was 7 years old, both my parents lost custody of me. Both of them addicted to drugs. And so at 7 years old, I went to live with my aunt. And when I lived with my aunt, my grandma lived in the same town. She was still taking me to church. She was taking me to Wednesday night church groups and all that. Wound up living with a grandpa after the aunt from ages 10 to 12. He was also very close to God. And I didn't tell you this part yet. When I was 10 years old, when I was living with my grandpa, I had a dream. This is back in 2001, around 9/11. And I was 10 years old. All right, I'm 31 now. I had a dream when I was 10 years old.
Wow, did you just say I had a dream when I was just telling you about MLK?
Right. dream when I was 10 years old, and in the dream, Jesus baptized me in a river, and when he brought me up out of the water, he said, prepare them.
Whoa. Wait, you had a dream where you felt like God was talking to you?
Yeah, well, in the dream, I saw Jesus. He baptized me in the river, brought me up out of the water,
No.
and said, prepare them.
Mate,
that was 20 years ago, and I never forgot that dream.
Did you hear about my dream about...
I feel like I've been called to do this for a long time.
Yeah, way before me. Did you hear about my dream about 4 months ago, 5 months ago? What I said?
No.
I didn't get a visual. There was no visual. There was no Jesus. There was no God. It was just a voice. Have you ever had a dream where you don't have a visual, you just hear something? Have you ever had that? Maybe you haven't.
Not that I can recall.
Right. So something spoke to me, woke me up around 3 a.m., which they say is witch's hour or whatever. And it was like the deepest voice I've maybe ever heard. You are more powerful than you will ever know. You all are.
Yeah, I do remember.
You are more powerful than you will ever know. You all are. And the fact, again, Pete, you can't see my goosebumps through the screen. The bit "you all are" did something to me. And the fact that that's 3 words as well. You all are. And each of those words, you all are, each of those words are 3 letters. You all are. 333.
Wow.
And I had my awakening at 33, and I was born on 33 date numerology. I've got a really good connection with Red Pill Monkey. We're something like born 333 weeks apart. He came into my life who I never knew before my awakening. I'll have to find the exact number. So again, his community has chosen us for whatever reason. We don't even need to know why, do we, bro? We don't even need to know why we were chosen to spread his word. We just need to spread it.
I think we were chosen to wake people up to the times that we're in.
But why us? Why us? Why us?
In the last, many are called, few were chosen. Maybe we're some of the chosen ones.
What about many were called, but many didn't answer? I think many have not answered the calling.
Yep, and remember the word called equals 222. And chosen messenger by God is 222.
Do you ever get overwhelmed by this knowledge, or are you so at peace with God now that nothing really overwhelms you or shocks you?
I think I'd probably get overwhelmed at least once a day.
You do?
If I'm being honest. Yeah, at least once a day, because I really am a workaholic, and I do just kind of go from morning till night, and sometimes I need to just like take a day off, but I've only done that twice. I've taken 2 days off in the last 2 years. I went
a year and oh my God, for another 22. I went about a year and a half sleeping on average 3.5 hours or less, and I still had more energy than most people. Don't you think it's a real myth that you need 8 hours because that's the third of your life sleeping?
Yeah, I think as long as you're eating healthy, you're not eating too many carbs, you're not drinking too much caffeine and sugar. I think like even 6 hours should be plenty.
Yeah.
But even less than that you can go on. But 6, I think, is good. I don't think people really need 8, 9. And then once you incorporate a little fasting in your life and eating better, honestly, once you fast, you run on more energy.
I've never fasted, which is something I have to try, but I'm not sure how well I'll do because I have a real love for food.
We just start with a 1 day, 24-hour fast, and you can drink water and all that. Just it's not as hard as you think.
Yeah, I read something like over 90% of the time when you think you're hungry, you're thirsty. I read that.
Well, fasting is very, very good for you, and there's a whole science to it, the whole thing.
It's mental as well, isn't it? Yeah. It's mental. It increases your mental strength. I think fasting by basically resist. Like God resisted Satan for 40 days and 40 nights in the desert, didn't he? He resisted him. He was tempted.
I think fasting is pleasing to God, and when we fast, I think He gives us a little bit of extra brain power, maybe.
What about?
Like that.
Have you heard the saying that God is salvation, Satan's temptation?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I like that. I like that expression. So somebody's asking me this. There's a guy who really looked up to me and wanted to work with me and do a website with me and said I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. And then he accused me of being a Freemason, like the thing I get called out for the most, because I always talk about 33 with me. And people go, you have all this knowledge, you have to be Masonic. And because I was a teacher. Yeah. So it's very naive.
My videos with Jesus came to this earth, lived a perfect 33 years.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, oh, you're a Mason. And then if I try to bring up John 3:3, which is about you must be born again.
Yeah.
By the way, you must be born again equals 222 contract.
Yeah, John 3:3 is great.
John 3:3, the whole verse, if you copy and paste it equals 11:11.
That's
John 3:3, letter for letter. 11:11, like Jesus' blood is 11:11. Seal of the Holy Spirit, 11:11.
Yeah, that's where Jesus replied, "Very truly I tell you, no one can see the kingdom of God unless they are born again." And I truly believe, hand on my heart, that I've been born again. I didn't need to get baptized or like put my head underwater. I've been born again, but I still have the elements of the old Adam. Like, I haven't completely become a new person. I've been reborn.
2019, because I was a believer, but see, there's a difference in just believing and being born again.
Huge difference.
There's a little bit of a divide, I would say, in the Watchmen community, and a lot of people think, if you just repeat these words, you repeat these magic words, and you're saved and you're good to go. I'm of the belief. I believe John 3:3, you must be born again. You must have a spiritual rebirth to actually be born again.
And do you think I summarize it just right? Because you don't want to overcomplicate. I've learned on this journey, the more you overcomplicate it, the less people connect with you. For me, to be reborn is when you completely have 100 million% faith in God's plan. It's pretty much as good as it gets to being reborn.
And you'll know when you're dead to this world.
And right? Which I feel almost dead to the world.
No fear of death, then you'll know you're born again.
Yeah, and that's hard to explain, that you're dead to the world, because there's a lot of beauty to the world. But I know exactly what you're talking about there. The things that used to consume you, that excited you, you don't care about anymore. Yeah. You don't want the drama, you don't want the sports, you don't want the...
They'll become repulsive to you, just like the sports. You see a bunch of people at a bar, with their beers and their...
I can't do it.
For the rigged game. It makes you cringe, but that used to be us.
Yeah, and that's why I can't judge them too much, because I was that 2 years ago. So, but I can't be. I went the other day just for a drink and a burrito, and not for sport. It's just, it was a sports bar, but they have a really good burrito, and I was starving. And there was an NHL game on, and it may have been the Lightning actually who scored. I think they're playing the Maple Leafs, and these two guys jumped up, hugged each other, headbutted each other, like as a sense of, like douchebags. And one of them started crying that the team scored. And then 2 minutes later, the other team, the opponent scored. And I've never seen a guy look so sad in his life. And in my head, I'm thinking, this is a couple of guys cruising around on an ice rink, hitting a puck, and it's going to make you cry. Why? So I try and tell people this now, and people don't get this, because I was diehard sports, mate. All of them. Yeah. Diehard.
I mean, what else could take us from being diehard, unless we're just really both crazy, and all these numbers we're talking about are all just a coincidence.
Oh, of course they are, mate.
Why did we go from being huge sports fans to not? Because
we
know the truth now.
And we loved them. We didn't fall out of love with the game. Just we loved them, didn't we? I loved watching Man United. I loved it. Yeah. Now you couldn't pay me to watch a game. It hurts me.
Right.
It hurts me, and I don't care if it's rigged by the Masons.
American football, and I can still watch. I'll watch a semi-pro football game.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
They got this league where they'll play tackle 7-on-7, and I'll enjoy watching that because I know they're not rigging that.
I go watch.
Like that.
I get invited a lot by my ex-students.
Football, but I'm not going to sit there and watch rigged sports anymore.
Well, my ex-students who I taught English and coached them, they've just played in a lot of finals recently. I go watch that. There's like 300 people watching, and it's real. It's a group of kids running around, giving their all to win. And I get thrills. I get goosebumps watching that. But if you had me watch like a professional spectacle, they always say welcome to the show, and the production, it's all a show, which I tell people I can't watch it. I can't be around people watching it. It was hard enough for me to go to this Super Bowl party.
Yeah, I can't even watch cable, man. It's the same thing.
Yeah, like I said, I don't own a TV. I gave up all my TVs. I don't own a TV. I don't own Netflix. That is huge on my journey. That's allowed me to ascend. But I am slowly getting to the point where I'm like, maybe I'll watch this movie and rent this movie just to dissect it. Like Neo's passport running out 9/11, 2001 in The Matrix. What?
Right, yeah, which came out before 2001.
Yeah, it came out in 1999. When you flip those nines, you get 666. That is not those. You know, the directors or producers of The Matrix became transgender.
Right. And, you know, that movie starts, there's a scene in that movie on the screen that says, "Wake up, Neo," like, ... right? And "Wake up, Neo" equals 666.
And Neo's an anagram. Neo is an anagram of one. Like uni is the prefix of one, like universe. So
right. "Wake up, Neo" is also 42, like Jesuit 42.
Amazing, yeah, and the 42 months of the beast, which is more important.
Neo by itself is 11, like Jesus 11.
Wow, and the Twin Towers
look like an 11.
The Twin Towers look like an 11. Yeah.
Expired on 9/11.
So it's.
Hey, can you give me 1 minute?
Yeah.
I gotta go do something real quick.
Yeah. Well, you just said you just said that 1 hour and 22 in for the 1-2-2 for Kobe's highest scoring game. Wow. Yeah, go for it. I'll respond. I'll respond to some comments. All right, whilst you're doing whatever you need to do.
Respond to some comments and shout out in the comments. I see you in there, Dr. Savage.
Yeah.
Check out his channel.
Yeah, check out Dr. Savage's channel, guys. We should be supporting each other if people are putting out work exposing basically this matrix. Hopefully they're talking about God as well, but they can still do it without talking about God. I did that. All right. That's what I can't stand about the so-called truth community. Every act like they know everything, just spewing speculation. Patrick, I don't think I know everything. I'm fully aware that I don't know everything. I'm not naive enough to think that I know everything. I'm on my journey. I'm connecting dots. I'm connecting patterns, which I believe are undeniable. I don't think I know everything. Neither does Joseph. You might think that we know everything, but you're wrong. Someone's talking about Zach. I don't need to cover Zach. I've said my piece. When you have a true spiritual awakening, you will not want to watch his work. You won't be able to watch it. It will hurt your soul. There's many things with gematria that can't be coincidences. I agree, Anthony. They've been put in place intentionally. You have to decide if it's man that's done that, or if it's supernatural beings, if it's aliens, if it's demons, if it's Lucifer, if it's God. You have to come to that conclusion. Gambling is something from Satan. Yes, that's why the roulette table, you add up all the numbers, you get 666. It's 36 numbers, 666, the 36 triangular number. Yeah, gambling is connected to Satan, for sure. No doubt in my mind. And then he gets your energy from that because he relies on our energy to keep him basically functioning. Adam, do you believe in the tooth fairy? Absolutely not. Absolute nonsense. Just like Santa Claus. I'm promoting end times. I'm just saying what I think is going to happen. Have you read the book of Revelation, Amani and Annie? Probably not, so you don't know what you're talking about. You'll be scared of end times if someone ties you up and tortures you. No, I won't. You stop putting words in my mouth. If somebody was to tie me up and torture me, you think that I'd be scared? No, I know that it's meant to happen. So stop talking shit. No offense to you. You don't know how I feel right now. You don't know the spirit within me. God never wrote a book. What you're reading is the devil's lie. Okay, sure. God didn't read the book. God selected people to write the book to spread his word. Again, do your research. People complimenting Joseph, so you should. The guy's fantastic. The calm before the storm and the rainbow coming after it. Yeah, after a hurricane comes a rainbow. Quoting a bit of Katy Perry for you there. That is true. The rainbow has 7 colors, like the 7 chakras, 7 days in a week, 7 dwarfs. 7 rings of Saturn. 7's a big number. Told you it's used 54 times in the Bible. Amani, what did Adam do to you? I've done nothing to Amani. He's in my live stream every single day. I've done nothing to him. He doesn't have to be here. Clearly, it says that I'm a false prophet, which is pretty hilarious in itself that you're comparing me to a prophet, even if it's a false one. Thank you for subbing to Dr. Savage. Again, sub to Joseph, Acquaviva 2222. Now you know why he's called that name. Michael Essien is a good man like Canty, right, Adam? I believe probably not the case. I think they've sold their souls to Satan to get everything that they've been given. All right, I think there's so many comments, but Illusion about to open a restaurant that serves full English breakfast. Nah, mate, I'm not going to do it. I don't think it would be very popular in Mexico, full English. Are you back, Joseph?
Yeah, I'm back.
Wow, 1 hour and 26 for when Kobe died, 126.
You're talking about the rainbow.
Yes, somebody brought up the rainbow.
666, by the way.
And why do you think they have to use the rainbow? Why do you think the devil's mocking us and use the rainbow for Pride Month?
Yeah, it's a mockery of God. And you know, it's crazy. God flooded the earth partly due to their sexual immorality. And now the rainbow is the symbol of sexual immorality.
And but wasn't the thing that God was really against was sexual abuse more than your sexuality? It was more abusing others. Was it not that? Or am I wrong there? Pretty new to this topic. Got to be careful, actually.
Well, it's also homosexuality too, because the Bible does say no homosexuals will inherit the kingdom of God. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but that is what it says, word for word.
What?
So I do believe homosexuality is a sin. You know, we all sin, but homosexuality is different because it's a lifestyle. It's not just like, I watched a bad movie I shouldn't have watched. And when you're in a relationship like that, it's a lifestyle. So you can't really repent from a lifestyle unless you get out of the lifestyle.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I don't know enough about this. It's a very controversial topic. I have not studied the Bible as much as you. And
we don't hate the sinner. You know, it's not like that. You hate the sin.
Well, that's what God says, doesn't it? Like, it's not so much hating on the sinner. He hates the sin of it all. Like, he's going to come back and battle sin and defeat sin.
Yep.
That means,
and you know, the verse in the Bible about God made a promise that he would never flood the earth again.
Yeah.
It's the Rainbow Covenant. It's Genesis 9:16, which is the 222nd verse of the Bible.
Wow, mate. See, that's phenomenal. That's where I want to get. I want to be able to memorize every verse.
Yeah. It's the 222nd verse in the Bible about the rainbow. So, and you know, there's only one verse in the Bible that has the three words miracles, signs, and wonders. And it's Acts 2:22. Acts 2:22.
It's funny the word rainbow. It's funny the word rainbow has rain in, and rain is water. Again, like the flood.
Right. But yeah. Gay pride flag 666, same with the pride flag.
And we said, I think you told me this, Pride Month has the word demon in the middle of it.
Yep, and I actually stole that from Lisa.
See, that's what I mean. It's not even about stealing it. You was inspired by Lisa. You didn't steal it. You didn't go up to somebody in the street and say, give me your wallet. That's stealing.
Yeah, I did see that from a post that she shared. So
for me, mate, for me, if you're doing research and you're researching other platforms or people are getting in contact with you and they're sharing information with you, that isn't stealing. People don't know what stealing is. Right. I don't think they truly know what that word means. That's truly going out of your way with the intention to take it. But sometimes it's given to you. Yep. If somebody comes up to me and says, hey, Illusion, here's $10. Did I steal that from them? No. If I say, hey, give me that $10 now and grab it from them and run off, I've stolen that. And yeah, so there's this guy, the other month, the guy who's like, I think he could, I'm not going to say it actually, he'll probably get upset, but he goes from loving me to hating me. Like, it's crazy. I don't know if you have so-called fans who they love you one minute, then they hate you, and then they call you out, then they love you again, they apologize. Happens a lot with me for whatever reason. And he said he wanted to set up a website with me, and I have no interest in doing it. He said, well, but we have to make sure we completely trust each other. I'm like, you're the one who's so pessimistic and doesn't trust anybody in the world. You say everybody's a Freemason. So I didn't respond to him. Right. And now he's telling the whole world on his Twitter that I'm a Freemason. Like, you're going to find he's got this and his stepdad's this and he went to this school. Like, they're going to find whatever they want on me without having a clue. who I am. They don't know anything truly about who I am, my journey. Oh, he's in Mexico. That gets you 33 like England. Like, that's organic. I came to Mexico because of my wife. I went to LA because of football. And it's just, again, I've got really good at this recently at not snapping now, because they're just energy harvesters that want your attention. They crave your attention. And if you don't give them it, they want to bring you down. They're not going to bring me down. They're not going to. They can try as hard as they want. They're not going to get close to bringing me down. So, guys, if you hear stuff about the illusion or Joseph, you hear all these stuff that people are spouting because they can't comprehend our awakening, you have the choice to believe them or not. You find your own truth when it comes to that. That's why the word truth has you in the middle of it. You got to find your own truth. So, yeah, all these wild accusations that I'm this, I'm that, and then other stuff that, oh, I'm a genius, I'm the second coming of Christ, all that nonsense as well. I'm a normal guy who's had a crazy awakening, who answered his calling, and he's speaking the word of God now. And I'm 36 years old, 666, the 36th try. It's organic. Everything about what I'm doing is organic. All right? And if you don't like what I do, just get out of the chat. And you know my Patreon's not still down. My Patreon's gone for good.
I am surprised you don't block some of these shows out.
I don't block them anymore. I used to block them, but then I realized that let them have, there's a platform here. Let them say what they want to say.
They could be it could be a computer bot.
No, but no, I think they're legit. I think they're legit people, but here's how I see it, mate. The majority of the chat and what we're saying,
I guess they keep the chat interesting.
Well, there's that element to it, but the best way of approaching it is, I've studied the human mind and psychology, and right now these people calling me out, and they're in my lives every day for whatever reason. The majority of the chat and what I'm saying and what you're saying is positive. We can talk about end times and make it positive. That's how good we are. We can talk about ritual and make people go away and have faith in God. That is a gift. So whilst they're in here spouting whatever they're spouting, their nonsense, their lies, they are subconsciously absorbing what we're saying. So it might actually have a positive effect. It may actually inspire their awakening. Because there's a reason why they're here. There's a reason why they come every day. And I don't think it's just to try and expose me. They can't expose me. People who've tried it have been embarrassed by me by trying to expose me, like that Itachi guy. I ruined him. And there's no need for me to do that anymore. So if you're out there and you're making videos about me, la-di-da-di-da, do it. Promote me. Get people to my channel. Because when they do watch my work, that's when they can make their own decision. You can say whatever you want about me. You can't deny my knowledge or Joseph's. You can't deny that.
Yep.
If you do, you're in denial and you are completely fast asleep if you're denying what we're saying.
No arguing with the numbers. I mean, especially when you throw in the date durations. It's just...
The date durations is the best part.
They're using it. Yep.
The date durations, you can argue with the calculator all day long, and I understand it. You can argue, you can say, I can type this in, sausage and beans gets you 666. Is that Satan's favorite dinner? They'll do things like that with you.
Right.
And then the mockery, again, mate, the Satanists, Lucifer, the people running this realm right now, why do they mock Jesus Christ and God so much if they don't exist?
Right.
Why every single day does Jesus get mocked in the media or in movies or in books or in comedy shows? Like, they made the Flanders, didn't they, in The Simpsons, the mockery family, because they worship.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they don't mock, anybody else.
They promote Homer Simpson. They promote Homer Simpson and his lifestyle and the mediocre family lifestyle of the average American family. But when it came to the Flanders, who spoke the word of God, completely ridiculed in The Simpsons.
Did you know, I just discovered this on the fly, did you know Simpson is a perfect match to Masonry in every cipher?
Simpson gets you 33, doesn't it?
It gives you 33 in full reduction like Masonry. Simpson gives you 105 in simple English like Masonry. It gives you 84 in reverse like Masonry.
Didn't know.
And it gives you 39 in reverse full like Masonry.
Mate, I can play
It's a perfect match to masonry. There you go.
Wait, keep talking about The Simpsons. I learned The Simpsons stuff. See if I remember. I did it yesterday.
So if me and you are just a couple of masons up here, well, we just exposed ourselves, I
guess. The Simpsons. Yeah, so say that again, mate.
Of course he knows how to play The Simpsons.
Yeah, I know. I learned that. Kind of.
Web, right?
And Simpsons has the blue and yellow, doesn't it? With its intro, the blue and yellow.
Yeah, blue and yellow, the Freemason colors.
Yeah, and then Homer Simpson has the M at the side of his ear, which is, they say it's because of Matt Groening, the writer, but the M is masonry or whatever it may be. But Matt Groening, mate, the MG, G's the center letter in the Freemason logo, isn't it? The G, which they say is God or geometry or whatever they claim it is. But
that's why they have, what's it called? The G Summit?
You got the G7, and G's the seventh letter of the alphabet.
G7. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But it's G7, and
letter,
G's the seventh letter. So basically, the G7 is 77, which is all connected to 9/11 and Brady and many other things with the 77. It's.
Remember, it was a jet that took down Bledsoe. Remember? And that's how Brady came in.
Yeah, it was.
He replaced Bledsoe, and it was a New York jet that took out Bledsoe.
It was, yeah, and like I said, and then Brady played for the Patriots, and they signed the Patriots Act right after 9/11, and that's when Brady made a name for himself. Do you know Brady?
What number did Drew Bledsoe wear for the Patriots? Number 11.
It was 11, yeah, it was 11. I'm just realizing now.
Like a jet took him out and got Brady in the game. You remember the tuck rule with Brady?
No, I was just going to talk about the lowest scoring Super Bowl of all time. Brady won it 13-3, and Pope Francis became the Pope 13-3.
Wow. You know, tuck rule equals 666.
No, I don't know many of the 666.
That came from Brady, the tuck rule. Against the Raiders. That was John Gruden before Gruden signed with the Buccaneers. You know, the Buccaneers won their first Super Bowl on January 26th, 126.
Wow, and you know Kobe died 126. He died exactly 99 days before Don Shula, the only guy who had a perfect season.
Which is all connected to Skull and Bones, which is the Buccaneers logo. And Buccaneer equals 1026. John Gruden equals 1026. My first two kids were both born on 1026. And that's Michael. That's years apart.
And Michael Jordan made his NBA debut 10/26, 1984.
Wow. So yeah, when you drop the zero, you got the 126.
Yeah, and LeBron James got injured this season on 10/26.
Wow. Yeah, there's a lot to the 126 number.
Yeah, I will say this. There was a video that I watched that covered the 126s. A guy called Richard sent me it, and I knew loads of them already, but I found a few from his video and added it to mine. So maybe that's the type of stuff to say you steal, but I already have nearly all of it. Do you ever have this, Joseph, where people send you a code and you already know it, but you don't want to be disrespectful, so you say thank you instead of saying I already know that?
Not too much. I don't get too many people that send me codes.
Well, I had a Patreon dinner with like 303 people paying me, so they send me codes, and a lot of the codes they sent me, I knew them.
Happen from time to time. Somebody will send me a code, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I already had that one."
But it's beyond hilarious.
But it is hard not to come off like a jerk.
Yeah, like I already know. Thanks, but I already know that. And then you talk about it and they go, you took that from me. It's like, mate, I knew that a year and a half ago. I didn't take it from you, but you've got it in your head, which is all your ego, by the way, that you think that I'm taking your work. That's your ego talking there because you got that work from somebody. Like, you know what I mean? Almost everything that we come across has already been done or found or exposed. And then you have to, it's like cooking. Like, it's so many things that it's already been done. Music, they're running out of ideas with music now. But you put your own spin on it. You put your own spin on it. You make it your own. You take something, you make it better. Is that not what it's all about? You come across something and you make it better, and then that's what it's all about. So Yeah, I get a lot of this copying, and then I say to them, how can a guy go live for 4 hours almost every day, respond to the chat where he needs to copy people? How can I go live with you now who I've never spoken to before, do an incredible live if I need to copy people?
Right.
Can't people just use the common sense with stuff like that? They think that I'm researching everybody's platform on here and taking the notes. Now I can put it all together and do my own video. Like, it's absolutely laughable.
I got accused of that when Uvalde happened, which was, I think, 322 days after Bush's birthday, 322, and
Skull and
Bush
Bones.
was the governor in Texas, and he was also in the news that day for something. And I got accused from somebody else. He commented, he said, "You stole that from me, from my channel." And no offense, but I looked at their channel and they didn't even have 100 subs. So I'm like, dude, I didn't even know you had a channel. Well, I promise you, I did not get that from you. But
let me tell you this.
Why would I look that up?
This is the reality.
From Texas,
This is the reality of the situation. To break it down, more and more people daily are stumbling across gematria and becoming good at coding. Yeah, there's more and more, which is a great sign for the community. It's amazing. So if there's an Uvalde shooting, whatever you want to say about it, and you've got these top decoders, me, you, multiple other people, Dr. Savage, there's loads of us now that can do this at a high level. Are you trying to tell me that the average decoder is not going to look into that and find the same numbers?
Right.
So straight away, if you and I was to decode a major ritual, right, today, say something just happened right now. Let's just say Donald Trump just died right now. Yeah, he's just died right now. Okay, we've just found out. Breaking news: Donald Trump dead. You and I are going to go right. Let's do from his recent birthday to his upcoming birthday. Let's do from his birth date. Let's do the date numerology. Let's do from he was last seen in public. Yeah, let's do from when he was inaugurated to when he was last day as president. We would all put in those numbers and we'd make the connects. We'd present it, and then it'd be like you saying to me, because I did the video before you, because I was able to do it before you. My schedule wasn't as busy. La-di-da-da. And then you saying, or me saying to you, you stole my duration from when he was inaugurated. You thief, you thief, you. It's like, no, mate, I did it all myself, but maybe you were just looking for the same thing I was. It don't mean I copied you because you did it out before me or I did it before you. Like, it's embarrassing, the accusations of me copying when I am, and sorry for saying this is the first time my ego is coming into the live stream today. I am on a different level. I am on a different level. I'm on a different level to practically anyone in this community for what I do and what I've exposed. And so are you, Joseph. So to say that I still need to copy people after 2 years, you are just jealous, or you're naive, or you're being brainwashed by people like Hubbard saying that I'm stealing his work when my work's a different level to his. Especially now I'll be talking about God, who he hates for some reason.
Right. And that guy, he's missing the key piece of it all. The fallen angels and, in my opinion, the Obama connection.
Well, that's why he hasn't grown in 10 years.
Always connected to Obama.
Yeah, well, he hasn't grown in 10 years because he's doing the same half-assed decodes that when you're new to it, you think are amazing, like I thought. So, yeah.
Right, and he does a decode, and it's like 2 numbers.
Yeah.
I did my Tony Saragusa decode had 50 pages this morning.
That's what I mean. You and I go so deep into it. We've exposed so much. I know I've predicted so much. And just because when you type in gematria, it takes you to that guy's page doesn't mean that he's better than me because I've done it less time than him. The fact is I'm better than him in 2 years, and it's not a competition with it. But stop comparing me to being Zach 2, that I am stealing Zach's work and then I wrote a book because Zach did. My book was written before I knew what gematria was. I didn't know who Hubbard was. So stop making presumptions. You might say, well, you make presumptions, Illusion, every day. I back it up with the research that I put in. You're just talking shit, guys, saying that I'm trying to be Zach Hubbard. Come on. I don't want to be him. Joke. Absolute joke. But we won't go off on him because I don't want to. Because, again, if you have an awakening, you won't be watching him anymore. It's that simple, isn't it? You just stop watching it. You can't bear to hear him whining and putting people down. So the recessions, job losses, money, and all of that, do you think that's part of Revelation?
What was that? I didn't catch that last part.
Like recessions, job losses, economic crash, global currency, do you think that's all connected to Revelation or just man?
Oh, yeah. You mean everything happening right now in the world?
Yeah, like the financial
Like
aspect of it.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I believe, I mean, a lot of people will say, oh, it's a simulation. I think we're in a biblical matrix. That's how I like to put it. God's in charge. Numbers are real. God speaks through numbers. And everything happening in the world right now is biblical. And we just happen to find ourselves at the coolest time of world history. I do believe we are literally in the biblical end of days. I don't think it's just the Jesuits, you know, using scripture to play out the script. And if that was the case, you would have to acknowledge, if you're somebody like that other guy, you would have to acknowledge, at least in my opinion, I don't want to brag or anything, but I feel like I've made a pretty good case about Obama. If there was an antichrist here right now, it would be Obama.
And I love that. I love that you use the word, like me, you use the word if a lot. I like that. You don't talk in fact, like this is a lock. It's a lock that Obama's the Antichrist. It's 100%. You're like, if there is an Antichrist right now, the numbers do indicate that it's probably Obama. Perfect. Perfect, so the way you
somebody like him would have to say, okay, yeah, well, the Jesuits, they're scripting out the whole Bible, but they also have a scripted Antichrist and a scripted false prophet.
It's actually hilarious.
And, here's the other thing I didn't tell you earlier. When I was talking about Trump and the 222, and it was in King County, Seattle, and I was telling you about the kings and the 8th king is of the 7 and goes into perdition, right?
Yeah, Seattle is where Gates was born, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was in King County, Seattle, 222 days after Trump's birthday. Donald John Trump Sr. is 222. But here's the thing. In simple English gematria, Trump 7th king equals 222. And if I'm right, if Obama is the 6th and the 8th king, and Biden is just Biden time, and he's just a puppet placeholder.
I love that Biden time. I love that Biden time. That's a really smart play on words. Right? Biden time.
That would make Trump the 7th king. Obama the 6th king. Trump the 7th king. Obama is running everything right now from behind the scenes. And Biden is the fall guy. That's why he fell off the bike. That's why he fell down the stairs.
So do you think Biden's
the Squid Game and the number 456?
You mentioned that. It's amazing. Biden's dying soon, isn't he? Because he is the fallen one, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think he goes very soon, and so does Pope Francis, in my opinion. But again, when people go on,
Biden is the fall guy, all right, for the fall of America. And here's the thing, Biden. That was on March 19th, 3/19, right? So Biden fell down the stairs on 3/19.
Well, on Derek Chauvin's birthday.
Yeah, and Lucifer's 3/19.
Wow.
Right? And he fell down the stairs. Well, he just fell off the bike, right? He fell off the bike 319 days after Obama's birthday.
Wow.
And he fell down the stairs on 3/19. So that's what I mean. It's got to connect to Obama. That stuff can't keep being a coincidence, right?
Mate,
here's the other thing. I told you about Squid Game. One more thing, real quick.
Yeah, no, go. No,
Squid Game in the 456, right?
Yeah.
Because the squid washed up in Obama, Japan, and giant squid is a perfect match to Antichrist. And Squid Game, you had the 456 players, right? And I told you Barack H. Obama was 456. And they're competing for $45.6 billion, and there's 456 players, right?
Yeah.
Well, from the day that Biden fell down the stairs until the day that Biden fell off the bike was exactly 456 days, which, again, connects to Obama. So you got the 456 from the day he fell down the stairs to the bike, and then you got 319 days from Obama's birthday to the bike. And bike equals 18, like Barack 18, and it happened on the 18th, like IHS 18. But yeah, check out that video if you guys didn't see that. Biden falling off the bike, huge ritual, and it's all connected to Obama.
That sounds spectacular. So you were saying that Trump's connected to what? The number 7, the 7th king?
Yeah, Trump is the 7th king, in my opinion, who had the short space. It says in the Bible that the 7th king will have a short space. And number one, he didn't have 2 terms like Obama had, right? But also, Trump signed the reins over to FEMA back in March. And when he did that, he even gave a speech and said, "It has been my great pleasure to serve as your president." Right? So it was like he was saying, it's been my great pleasure, but now Obama is back behind the scenes. All right? And I don't know if you've ever seen the interview that Obama did with Stephen Colbert. He said, I would love to have a 3rd term with a front man. And again, front man connects to Squid Game. I don't know if you've seen Squid Game, but it's all about the front man. And front man is a perfect match to Lucifer in every cipher. And Obama told Stephen Colbert, "I'd love to have a front man, and I could be down in my basement in my sweatpants delivering the lines to an earpiece to my front man." And that's what Joe Biden is, the fall guy. Clearly he didn't win the election. All the elections are rigged and scripted. We know that, And it's just, he's the fall guy. When this whole thing falls, everybody will be like, "Oh, it's, Biden's fault." And then Obama will come back as world leader, in my opinion. And Trump is going to have a staged assassination, in my opinion. Order out of chaos.
Didn't they show us that? Didn't they show us that in The Simpsons as well? Just like they said he would be the president. Didn't they get assassinated?
Yep. They show it in The Simpsons. They show it in I Pet Goat 2. Trump getting a head wound. Trump killed equals 846. Trump dead equals 846. Like tribulation 846. The fallen angels 846. The days of Noah 846. And here's the big one I didn't tell you. Remember the first tower hit at 846, right?
Yeah.
Then you got George Floyd, 8 minutes, 46 seconds. Revelation 3:9 is a very important Bible verse. Letter for letter, "Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie," equals 846. All right? And that's about the synagogue of Satan. And that's why the tower was hit at 846 and the 8 minutes, 46 seconds to me on the neck. But yes, Trump killed is 846. And I think President Trump's shot is 1111. So there's even already numbers to indicate that it's going to go down.
Well, check this out, right? I'm going to give you some 7s that are in my book. I'll figure out. I'm almost done with this. I'll send you it for free. I will end up selling it because I've given 2 years of my life to it, but I'll send you it for free. Check out these 7s with Trump, all right? I'm not going to read them all out. It's too long. So his first day in office was January 2017, yeah?
Right.
And he was 70 years old, 7 months and 7 days on his first day in office.
Yeah.
And he was elected on Prime Minister at the time, Netanyahu. He was the Prime Minister of Israel at the time. 7th year, 7th month, and 7th full day of being in office. And he's no longer the Prime Minister of Israel. The current Prime Minister of Israel is Bennett, as far as I'm aware. And this guy, these 7s here, mate, are off the charts. And on July the 7th, 2017, 7/7/17, and 17 is the 7th prime. Donald Trump met with Putin for the first time, face to face. When he met with Putin on 7/7/17, 17 the 7th prime, Putin was exactly 777 months old.
Wow.
So, and you know that you have QAnon, which was basically idolizing Trump as the savior.
Yeah.
Q is the 17th letter of the alphabet.
201.
But Q is the 17th letter of the alphabet, which is the 7th prime. And
Q is 17.
Yeah.
Like Q. And QAnon is 201, like the Jesuit order.
Now check this out. You know, they always rave on about Donald Trump, how rich he is and how he's basically built an empire, and you got Trump Towers, and then the Twin Towers come down and all this stuff with Trump.
Yeah.
Well, do you know that in the 77th week of Donald Trump's inauguration, he was the 777th richest person in the world, according to Forbes?
Wow.
And 777 is your jackpot at Vegas, isn't it? 777's when you've hit the jackpot.
Yeah. You got got the calculator in front of you?
I will do now. What to type in or date duration?
Okay. Now look in Jewish gematria real quick.
All right.
Type in order out of chaos.
Okay. 17 Jewish ordinal. Oh, Jewish 777. Mate, do you see in Jewish ordinal it's 174, like number of the beast, and that was when Prince Philip's funeral was 17th of April.
Yeah, New World Order is 174, so it's false flag. But yeah, order out of chaos is 777 in Jewish.
And in Chaldean it's 71, like coronavirus was declared on the 71st day of the year.
And in reverse, order out of chaos is 222.
Yeah, I just caught that. And in reverse, Frankie's Baconess, it's 444, which is the Jay-Z album.
Right.
I'll have to decode that album. There's something deep to that album because he's married to the Queen Bee, Beyonce.
Are you familiar with the movie Back to the Future?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I've looked into it. It's undeniable that God made that movie to communicate with us. Crazy.
So here's the thing with Back to the Future. All right, have you ever heard of Janus, the two-faced god?
No, I haven't. No. You got Two-Face in Batman, though, haven't you? There's something with that Two-Face with Batman. Right. And then Justin Bieber just couldn't feel half of his face with Ramsey syndrome. And I said, it's The Weeknd who had the song, I can't feel my face when I'm with you. And then now half of Justin Bieber's face, you can't feel it. Go on.
Janus is like the two-faced god, right? And Trump kind of represents Janus, kind of like a two-faced individual, right?
Yeah.
Presents himself as a good patriot, all that stuff, but he's really evil.
A deceiver, just a deceiver.
Right. So Janus, his official name is Janus Bifrons, which is where they get Biff. Biff is Bifrons, and Biff represents Trump in Back to the Future, right?
Okay.
And in Back to the Future, they got to reach 88 miles per hour.
Wow, and Trump got interviewed on Oprah.
Trump equals 88.
But Trump in 88 was interviewed on Oprah Winfrey where she asked him, will you ever run to become president? That was in 88. It was on the Oprah Winfrey show in 88, mate.
And Donald J. Trump is 888, the art of the deal, 888. Trump's call before the storm statement, 888 days before March 11th, right? So back to Biff and Janus. When you write out Janus, Biff, Trump, it happens to equal 666 in satanic. So there's that. But the big thing I want to tell you, in Back to the Future, do you remember the name of the almanac, that important book that tells you the future?
No.
All right. The name of the book is Gray's Sports Almanac.
Okay.
And it's spelled Gray's, Grays. Gray's Sports Almanac.
Okay.
And in simple English gematria, it equals 222.
What?
That big number connected to Trump. Donald John Trump Sr., 222. Gray's Sports Almanac, which is the book that, McFly and Biff are fighting over the whole movie. Gray's Sports Almanac is 222. So it's just crazy how it all connects, but it does.
But instead of allowing it to scare you, it should inspire you, should it not? That we are at a time during Revelation where things are being revealed, and the beauty of God is being revealed to us, isn't it? Shining on us, right in our face. People are just, I don't know, maybe they're wearing sunglasses. But I think this knowledge is so sacred, but I always say sacred is an anagram of scared, and a lot of people are scared of what is sacred, so they dismiss it because they don't want to be scared.
Yeah. And for a long time, I had to, every day I'm like, am I crazy? Is all this really true?
I had 3 months. And it's never happened in my life. I'm the confident guy, the cocky guy, the cool guy. I was all that growing up. I had 3 months of chronic depression when I had my awakening, because I became a new person. Like everything, just peeled away. Like the guy I once was, I told you, he didn't completely die, but a lot of him died. I kind of died from within, and then created a new person in a way, or a new spirit, or maybe just the spirit that was within me was hidden and then it came out. So I will say to you, to all you people watching this, and you think, how do these two guys know this stuff? We basically gave up our life for truth. Am I right, Joseph? Pretty much, without sounding dramatic.
It's funny. The word truth in English Sumerian equals 522, and that's my birthday, which is funny because in Gematria, birthday is 522, birth date is 522, and birthing is 522. All in the same cipher, and truth is 522.
Well, you're inspiring me. You're inspiring me to look into more ciphers.
522 is the verse about the fruit of the Spirit. That's Galatians 5:22, and I was also born on my mom's birthday.
What? Whoa! No! Whoa! You said that 2 hours and 1 minute into the call, 2:01. Did you just say you're born on your mum's birthday?
Yep.
And I'm
May 22nd, 522.
No, fuck this. So I've just swore. Oh no, I've just swore. That's me done, mate.
You know what's crazy about that? I was born at 10 p.m. at night, right, in Florida, which was May 23rd in Israel, right? And if you're using Israel as a prophetic timepiece, May 23rd is the day leaving 222 days left in the year.
Mate.
222.
May 23rd. Mate.
There were 222 days left in the year if you're in Israel.
Mate, May 23rd is 523, and 523 is the 99th prime number.
Right.
Prince Philip died at 99 on the 99th day of the year on 49, as I have 49 likes. Mate, let me process this.
Days after Diana's death date.
Amazing. Let me process this because this live stream's we've just done 3 hours. Thank you for your time. Thank you to everyone in the chat listening to us. But sorry that I'm not paying attention to in the chat. You know that's not how I operate. This is a special. This guy's a special guy I'm talking to. I need to focus on him. Can you repeat to me again that you were born on your mum's birthday? Just confirm that.
What?
You were born on your mother's birthday. Is that what you said? Or am I imagining?
Not only that, I was. Oh, you're not going to believe this one, Adam. As I'm telling you about my birthday, which is 522. You know what time it is where I'm at?
522.
522.
Yeah, because oh my God, this 2 hour time difference. Mate, there's 2 hour time difference between where you are and where I am. That means it's 322 my time. For your skull and bones. Wow.
So it's 522 right now, and yes, I was born on 522, the same day as my mom, 522. And the word birthday equals 522. The word birth date is 522, and the word birthing is 522.
Mate, are you missing the fact that you were born on your mum's birthday and I was born on my dad's birthday?
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Mate, I was born on my dad's 31st birthday, the 11th prime, my favorite number. 14th of April, 1986.
Wow.
He was born.
I missed that whole part.
He was born the 14th of April, 1955.
I was born on my mom's birthday. What are the odds of that?
Mate, let's say this again. Again, people are going to say we're making this up, Joseph, because it's so beautiful and people just can't comprehend it. I was born on my dad's birthday, guys. Joseph was born on his mum's birthday. You've got Adam, like Adam and Eve. You've got Joseph, son of Jacob. Like,
and my last name means water of life, or living water. Acquaviva means water of life. And my middle name is Stephen, and Stephen was the first martyr.
One of my best friends growing up was called Stephen Henderson.
Too much Holy Spirit. Stephen had too much Holy Spirit. They couldn't handle it, so they stoned him.
Mate, I'm going to say this one more time. I have to say this out loud. I was born on my dad's birthday. Joseph was born on his mum's birthday. Come on. Give me a break. AJ, you and I. AJ for you 11. First letter and 10th letter. Mate.
AJ?
Yeah, Adam, A, Joseph, J, AJ is 11.
Yeah, I'm J-A, yep.
Yeah, you got the J, the 10th letter. So, mate, I can't believe that it's taken us 3 hours for you to tell me that you were born on your mum's birthday.
Yeah. Well, because, I wasn't raised by my mom. I lived with her until I was 7. And, I really didn't have much of a relationship with her after 7 until I was 18. I tried to have a relationship with her, and it just, so far, it hasn't worked out in the last 12, 13 years. But, maybe one day soon.
Again, everything happens for a reason. If it's meant to work out, it will. If it's not, it won't.
But, yeah, I wound up after I lived with my grandpa, I had the dream. I wound up in foster care for about a year, and then I wound up with my grandmother from 13 to 18. Oh, 13, 18.
What? 13, 18, you were with your grandmother, 13.
And she really, she got me on the good road, and we went to church. Not that I agree with the whole church building thing, but, I did learn a lot, and,
Listen, if you go to here's the reality with church. If you go to the church and it truly believe in your spirit and your soul that you are connected to God whilst you're in the church, keep going to church. Simple. Do what feels right within your spirit. If it feels like you're connecting with God in the church more than it does at your house or on the beach, then do it. Like, no judgment. But mate, I've just realized Rev 13:18, which is all about 666. 13 plus 18 is 31, and I was born on my dad's 31st birthday. He was 31 when I was born on his birthday.
Obama equals 31, by the way. So is Dragon, 31. But check this out.
And Jesus
verse, Revelation
is 11th prime.
That verse, Revelation 13:18, right? It says, "Here is wisdom, that he that hath understanding count or calculate the number of the beast." By the way, the word calculation equals 666, like mark of beast 666. But here's wisdom, let he that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. In Jewish gematria, number of a man, Barack Obama, equals 666. And that same cipher, Barack Obama is the angel of light, 666. Democrat Obama, 666. Barack Obama Mark is 666. There's so many things connected.
So what about you? All right, you're firmly of the belief that Obama is the Antichrist, and you have a lot of numbers to suggest it. If he is the Antichrist,
if he's not, then they've gone out of their way to make it look like he is, just so a handful of people like me. Because there's too much to connect into the 666.
So what I'm saying, yeah, everything you've said is exceptional. But what I'm saying, if he is the Antichrist, how's he? Right. I thought the Antichrist was this charming. I know Obama. He was known to be very charming, wasn't he? Very charming.
He's voted. He's the most loved person in the world. He's voted, and he's Twitter's most followed user. Also,
that's a very good point.
Most followed user on Twitter. He stays in the news 24/7, always in a positive light. There's never a
24/7.
You see Trump. You see bad articles about Trump all the time, or they cast shade on Clinton. They never throw shade on Obama.
Mate, you just said
you just
said 24/7, and 24 plus 7 is 31.
Nice.
Yeah, you are completely right in the sense of Obama's always in the news daily, and Big Mike daily, continuously, and usually in a positive light.
And read Revelation 17. It says the 8th king is of the 7 and goes into perdition. That's the son of perdition. So the 8th king is a former king of Babylon. All right, and let me tell you this. All right, in gematria, the king of Babylon equals 726. Antichrist equals 726. Just like 121 times 6, right? Antichrist is 121.
Mate, 21 times 21 times 6 is 126.
726.
Yeah, 21 times 6 is 126, the date Kobe died.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So the king of Babylon equals 726. All right, Antichrist 726. Revelation 726. President Obama equals 726. Fallen angel Obama 726. Obama's slogan, "Yes, we can," equals 726. And under Obama, we got the Affordable Care Act, and Affordable Care Act equals 726.
And you know that
also,
the
726 is another huge number connected to Obama.
Well,
yesterday they had Siragusa equals 726, like blood sacrifice.
And 7 plus 26 is 33 as well.
Yep.
And I do that. I think I do that a lot more than a lot of other people. I plus things. I do like 7 plus 26. I think it really helps with my codes. It's like Satan. You said Satan's 55 and 10, and 5 plus 5 is 10.
Right.
And so you're telling me Revelation 17 talks about the 7 angels and the 7 vials or something?
Revelation 17 talks about the 7 kings and the 8th king. It talks about the 7th king having a short space and how the 8th king is of the 7 and goes into perdition. I think it's Revelation 17:11.
Oh, 17:11. Yeah, it says, and the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th and is of the 7 and the goeth in perdition. It's funny, isn't it, how the meta universe logo looks like a sideways 8.
Right.
I was reading 17:1, which, because the beginning of Revelation 17 is about the 7 angels, the 7 veils, and 17 is the 7th prime. It's not by accident.
Right.
Who's the great whore, mate? Who's the great whore of Babylon? Is it the Vatican?
No, it's the United States, man.
Ah, is that why Jerusalem has USA in the middle of it?
Could be. Vatican Hill equals 666, so there's that. But in my opinion, the United States is Mystery Babylon that falls in 1 hour. All right? In Gematria, U.S. of America equals 666. Babylon, U.S. equals 666. New York, 666. And the big one, in Jewish Gematria, you can type this in, Star Spangled Banner equals 666 in Jewish.
Somebody told me, a friend of mine.
National anthem equals 666, man. Isn't that crazy?
It's sensational. A friend of mine told me this.
Star Spangled Banner 666. That's the USA for you.
He told me the stars on the US flag is the fallen angels.
Yep.
You agree with that?
Five-pointed stars. I think so. Yep.
Okay, so do I.
That's what I think it's all about.
Did you see my 1776 video?
1776?
Yeah.
No, but did you know Jesus of Nazareth equals 1776?
Yeah, my friend Jay Soul told me, but it's still amazing.
Did you know 2 times 2 times 2 times 222?
It's 1,776. Yeah, it's scandalous, but.
And then George Washington was born allegedly on 222, and he died 222 years ago. And here we are in the year 222.
Yeah, and George Washington gets you 74, just like Independence Day gets you 74, which is celebrated on 7/4.
Right, like Lucifer 74, Masonic 74.
Do you know that three of the first 5 founding fathers of the US died on Independence Day?
Yep, 74. Yep.
And
one more thing. What was I going to say? What were we talking about?
1776. 1776.
Oh, 1776. Okay, the Illuminati, founded by Adam Weishaupt, May 1st, 1776.
You say that as I have 51 likes for your 5-1, and then Gianna Bryant was born on the anniversary, wasn't she? Kobe's daughter.
Right. Well, I keep talking about this English Sumerian cipher, right?
Yeah.
In English Sumerian, May 1st, when you write out the word first, right? FIRST, May 1st equals 666.
But do you know what else happened in 1776?
Helicopter?
No, do you know what else happened in the year of 1776?
Oh, what else happened? I know the United States was founded.
Yeah, the U.S. Declaration of Independence was signed, 56 signatures, and it was in Philadelphia where Kobe was born.
Yeah, 56 signatures. Yeah, Washington, D.C., 56. Freemasons, 56. A lot of people miss.
I'm going to pull you out
They always say Society of Jesus, 56, but they miss Freemasons at 56.
Yeah, a lot of people don't add the S, do they? They only use Freemason or Jesuit. They don't use Jesuit.
Right, Freemasons is 56, and Masonic Ritual, 56. Coronavirus, COVID vaccine.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matters 56, unemployment.
56, climate change 56.
Yeah, there's so many. With the 56 is a great number to wake people up.
Anthony Fauci 56, Fauci Ouchie 56.
Do you know Anthony Fauci has the same 4 base ciphers as Washington DC?
What is it? Anthony Fauci.
If you type in Anthony Fauci, who's the coronavirus,
the 187 like Society of Jesus,
but he's got the same 4. But he's got the same 4 ciphers as Washington, D.C. and is the coronavirus advisor for the White House, which is in Washington, D.C., mate. The same 4 ciphers. Fauci.
Yep. There's no doubt about it.
What about this 1776 here? So, you know, I've religiously studied the royal family, yeah? Like, intensely. Queen Elizabeth was born exactly 1,776 days after Prince Philip.
Wow.
You can do that duration just to see it with your own eyes.
Did you know royal family is 56 in full reduction?
Yep, and that's why the Super Bowl was all about the royal family. And that's why you had the Cincinnati Bengals, and Cincinnati's the Queen City.
In the reduction ciphers, royal family is 56 and 61, and the same ciphers all seeing eye, 56 and 61. Just like Washington, D.C., 61.
And Prince Philip was born 6'10", wasn't he? June the 10th, which is 61. Yep. LeBron James, King James, highest scoring game is 61.
Obama was born in 61, and President Obama is 61.
And 61's the 18th prime, like IHS in two ciphers. 61's the 18th prime.
Barack is 18, which is 6 plus 6 plus 6.
Doesn't church get
18 letters.
Does church? That's brilliant. Wow. Does church get you 61? Doesn't it?
Does it? Catholic Church is 69, like the Jesuit order.
Type in church. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure it's 61.
Let's see.
Church.
Yep, church is 61. Yep.
There's a lot of numbers connected to the church and religion that equate to 61.
It's got that 29 like Masonic also. Like how Master P's daughter died at the age of 29 days after Master P's birthday, and Master P equals 29.
But do you know, that's amazing. Do you know what? Let me tell you a few more 61s, okay, that I can remember. Jesus, 61. Philadelphia, 61, where Kobe was born, where the Declaration of Independence was, where you had the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
We had that big shooting. We had that shooting in Philadelphia. I think it was like 201 days after the governor's birthday. But it was the same week where there was an article about Obama. He reconnected with this little kid named Jacob Philadelphia, who rubbed Obama's head in the White House, and he's like, "You have hair like mine." So that story about Jacob Philadelphia came out like 2 days before we just had that shooting in Philadelphia.
Rocky Balboa.
Philadelphia is a biblical thing.
Doesn't Rocky run up the stairs? Are they in Philadelphia?
Yep.
So some more 61s off the top of my head. You got Jesus Philadelphia, you got Time, you got All Seeing Eye, you got Christian, you got Washington DC, I think Adolf Hitler. All these at church. LeBron James is highest. Yeah, All Seeing Eye, yeah. LeBron James is all-time highest scoring game, 61 points. 61 points.
Type in Hitler in Jewish gematria.
I've decoded Hitler heavily, but Hitler in what? Jewish?
Let's see if you in Jewish, yeah. See if you found this one.
Hitler's 222.
He's kind of known for just one name, Hitler.
Mate, are you telling me Hitler is 33 in Jewish reduction and he became the Chancellor of Germany in 1933?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Hitler 222. It's also 222 in primes.
It's 36 in multiple ciphers as well. It's 36 in multiple ciphers. Yep. 666, the 36 triangular number. Hitler 72. Like Pope Francis became the Pope the 72nd day of 2013. And Jesuit Order 72.
Jesuit Order 72.
It all gets you to the but I guess you can say Brady won the Super Bowl on the 7th of February, 72. The Super Bowl 55. Yep. It all gets you to that number 9. You're 7 and 2, 9, you're 8 and 1, you're 3 and 6, you're 5 and 4, you're 1 and 8. Always seems to get you to that 9, man. That which is the number of completion because it's the last single digit number. I think we're coming towards the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. That's why we see 9s everywhere. That's why Super Bowl 56, you had number 9 Matt Stafford against number 9 of the Bengals, Joe Burrow. And the last play of Super Bowl 56 was by number 99, Aaron Charles Donald. And it was in California, the Super Bowl, which was founded 9-9. The last celebrity death of 2021 was Betty White, died at 99. Philip died at 99, 99th day of the year. The NFL season began on 9-9, 99 days before the Pope's birthday. This isn't man and Jesuits, guys, at all. This is God, and Revelation's playing out, and you better start preparing for it, baby, mentally and spiritually.
Are you able to pull up the Jewish and English Sumerian?
Jewish and English Sumerian. How do I get that?
Well, are you on Gematinator?
Yeah, I've got Jewish reduction, Jewish ordinal,
Well,
Jewish.
Here, do these separately. Here, look, type in LA Rams in Jewish. See what that gets you. LA Rams.
222. 222.
There you go. And in English Sumerian, type in Bengals Rams.
I'm saying 666, mate.
There you go. So Bengals Rams is 666. The LA Rams 1, which equals 222.
And LA is where Kobe spent his whole career. Kobe spent his whole career.
And go look at reverse on Bengals Rams. Figure 186 that we talked about earlier.
Oh,
Bengals
wow.
Rams 186. See? And you got your 69, like Illuminati, New World Order, the Jesuit Order, Catholic Church. So Bengals Rams was completely rigged, clearly. The Tigers in the year of the Tiger.
Well, I said it, and then you had
the blue and yellow team winning.
And then you had
Rams coach married to a Ukrainian or engaged.
Yeah.
You know.
And then you had Tiger Woods crashing in Los Angeles.
Oh, let me tell you a fun fact about blue and yellow real quick. We had a shooting in where was it, man? Where is Ashley Curry, the mayor?
I don't know, but speaking of blue and yellow, I'm reading Revelation. Look at the color of the cover. Blue and yellow. I'm reading the book Revelation. It's blue and yellow. The blue and yellow is not the Freemasons. Yeah. It's Revelation. That's why you're seeing blue and yellow everywhere. Boom. Boom.
So, on the same day that the Golden State Warriors won the NBA championship, there was a church shooting that night in Vestavia Hills, Alabama. And in that town, Ashley Curry is the mayor.
Like Steph Curry.
So Ashley Curry, right. And like Steph Curry, right? And the church shooting was at St. Stephen's, like Steph. And Curry is the mayor.
Wait, and Curry's coach is Steve Kerr.
There you
and
go.
Steve Kerr,
Steph Curry, and the shooting was at St. Stephen's.
And Steve Kerr played with Michael Jordan and won all those rings at the Bulls. And Steve Kerr was renowned to be the best. But Steve Kerr was renowned to be one of the best 3-point shooters of all time. And now he's coaching Steph Curry, the greatest 3-pointer. And so people say, well, Steve Kerr taught Steph how to shoot threes. It's absolute nonsense. It's God. Curry gets it because he was born on pie.
Now, I don't know. Do they have some kind of, magnets helping them?
No, listen. Here's where I stand on this now. I always was saying it's technology, it's magnets, they're deceiving us, it's all man, la-di-da-di-da. I don't think. I'm starting to think maybe there are no. I think it's just God. If God wants Jordan to hit a shot with 0.6 seconds left or something, or what did he have? 6.6 seconds when he got the winning shot for the Bulls. The Bulls founded in 66. The NBA founded June the 6th, 66. Bulls gets you 66. Again, you can say that's technology, but that would have still needed MJ to shoot at the perfect time under pressure. So.
Yeah, I don't follow basketball enough to really make it.
Well, I've been watching it and studying it so much, and my opinion's changed of it's just technology. Then I started saying it's all.
They're doing it some kind of sorcery.
Yeah, I said it's magic. I've on many times said magic's being used, but my whole take on the world right now is
we'll say this. We'll say that the games are definitely being controlled in some way, whether it be God, Satan, fallen angels.
My whole thing is all the games.
It's not just. It's hard to explain.
The easiest way to explain it is that all professional sports outcomes are predetermined by a code. You get to decide who's writing the code. If you think man is sat down in the Vatican or in the Buckingham Palace and writing out scripts for all of us and everything within our reality, You want to believe that and continue to watch Hubbard's work, do that. If you want to believe that God's behind all of this, he is basically writing the script. That's why it's called scripture. When you read the Bible, you will have complete faith in it. And there will be negative elements to it. God's not perfect. He's not going to make everything perfect. That's when you've earned it in his heaven, the kingdom of heaven. Yes, Joseph? That's when you might come across perfection. But here, we're not going to have that because Satan's here.
We know that there's definitely an organic side to this.
We've experienced it. Your car crash.
The birthday example, the Buccaneers wrote an article about me, and Joseph Acquaviva equals Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You got that. Seeing the numbers, before I even heard of Gematria, seeing the number 222, which, turns out to be like a very important key to this whole thing. It wasn't like I was seeing the number 215 or 238, just a random number. It was 222, which
it's funny you said 238 because that's when Kobe was born, 23-8. Kobe was born 23-8, and you just said 238.
Well, there you go. I couldn't have said any number.
You could have literally said any number. You pull out 238, and Kobe was born the 23rd of August, 23-8.
Of all the numbers.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, mate, that's another 31. Mate, that's another 31. 23 plus 8 is 31. Another 31.
Yep.
Wow, mate. Mate, I've got to say, and no offense to people who've called me up before and been on my live streams, this is by far the most amazing live I've ever done. So, mate, I knew this was going to be big. I knew it was. Like, when I came across your work, I saw your beard, I saw the way you talked, the way you were down to earth. You were a regular guy with a crazy knowledge. I just couldn't really truly connect with you because I didn't believe in God when I was watching your stuff at the beginning. Now, I watch your stuff, and it gives me goose pimples. Everything that comes out your mouth in your videos. I couldn't connect with you as much as I wanted because I didn't believe in God. Simple.
Right.
Now I can connect with you because you're speaking the word of God, which I am now doing. So we're both doing the same thing, mate. We might present it slightly differently. You might use this cipher. I might use that. But we're massively connected. And can I please do something quickly? Can you tell me?
Yeah.
You might not want to do this. You don't have to give me the year. What is your birthday? Just for this year. You don't have to give me the year.
What was my birthday?
What's your 2022 birthday? This
my
year.
2022 birthday?
Yeah, when's your birthday this year? Have you already had it, or is it approaching?
I just had it, May 22nd. I turned 31. Speaking of 31.
You just turned 31?
Yep, May 22nd.
Mate, you know that we keep talking about 18 heavily?
Right.
Do you know that your birthday was 1 month and 8 days after mine, and we were just talking about 61, the 18th prime?
Wow. It's crazy. We were talking the whole stream about Obama, right?
Yeah.
My birthday was 32 days ago. Obama equals 32. Barack Obama 32. Obamacare 32. Yes, we can 32. My birthday was also 4 weeks and 4 days ago. And Obama is the 44th. Fallen Angel 44. Thank you, Satan 44. The whole thing.
Are you aware?
So, of all the days, you can talk about Obama.
Are you aware that you were born leaving 223 days left in the year, the 48th prime?
Right, and that's what I was saying. Because I was born at 10 o'clock at night.
10 like Satan.
Oh, by the way, check this out. Tampa Bay Buccaneers equals 170. Joseph Acquaviva equals 170 in the same cipher. I was born in St. Petersburg, which equals 170.
You were born in St. Petersburg, St. Peter. Wow.
Yeah, that's where Apache lives, in St. Petersburg.
What?
Isn't that funny?
Wow.
Small world, huh? Yeah, I just moved from St. Petersburg like 6 months ago. I moved an hour away.
Mate, Brady was born the 3rd of August, 3-8, and he won Super Bowl 55 on the 38th day of the year.
Yep, and he was born literally hours before Obama's birthday, 8/4.
And
depending on which place in the world you're at.
Well, your birthday, mate, was 38 days after mine.
Wow.
3 plus 8 gets you 11 as well for your 31 11th prime. And the Buccaneers came into the playoffs the year Brady won it with them, 11-5.
The Buccaneers the Buccaneers came into the league in 76, like Skull and Bone 76, right? And that's their logo, the Skull and Bone.
So the Buccaneers became a franchise one year before Brady was 1 year before Brady was born.
Right, and you know how I've been connecting Obama to the whole Super Bowl 55, Satan, the whole thing? Well, Obama's also connected to the 76, which is the year the Buccaneers came into the league.
And why do you think why do you think the Illuminati were founded in 1776 and the Declaration of Independence was 1776?
76, the number of rebellion. And Barack Obama equals 76, Barack H. Obama, 76, and his book, A Promised Land, equals 76, which was released on the day leaving 44 days after the year. And Obama was the 44th president. Fallen angel, 44. So I must bought Twitter for $44 billion. Elon, which equals Lucifer, like Twitter, 115 on the 115th day of the year.
You know the Illuminati were founded on.
Reed Musk. Go ahead.
You know the Illuminati were founded on the 1st of May or May the 1st, 15 or 51.
Yeah.
Well,
and May 1st equals 666.
Well, do you know that? Do you know that Barack Obama was born exactly 15 years and 51 days after Trump?
Oh wow!
Check this out.
16?
Trump was born 6/14, 1946. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny that in the Champions League final this year, Liverpool stayed on 6 European Cups and Real Madrid got the 14th, 6/14. Well, he was born in 1946, which, as far as I'm aware, that's also the year the NBA was founded. 6/6, 46.
Well, you know, Trump's birthday, Trump said, I am the chosen one, right?
Like LeBron James is the chosen one. But
so Trump's birthday is 6/14 or 14/6, right?
Yeah.
And Jesus Christ equals 146.
Wow.
Like 14/6.
Well, check this out. Trump's grandmother died, as you know, 6/6/66, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know that she was born in Bavaria, where the Illuminati were founded?
Of course.
And
I didn't know that, though. Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Elizabeth Christ Trump. Christ. Tell me a woman whose middle name's Christ. Come on, tell me one. Yep. Elizabeth Christ Trump.
Died on 6/6/66.
She died 6/6/66. And I've just told you that Obama was born 15 years and 51 days after Trump. Mate, tell me what's 15 plus 51?
15 plus 51?
Yeah.
66.
When were the Church of Satan founded?
66.
When were the Church of Satan founded? 66.
66.
In San Francisco. Yeah. And we just had the Warriors win.
And Church of Satan equals 56.
It does. Church of Satan does get you 56 in gematria in English in full reduction, isn't it?
Yep. And back to Trump, right? So Trump's birthday is 6/14 or 14/6.
Yeah.
And Jesus Christ equals 146. And there's a verse in the Bible, very important one, John 14:6. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life.
What?
That's John 14:6, and Trump's middle name is John. Donald John Trump.
Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Mate, can I ask you a personal...
It was 146, and Trump's birthday is 14/6, and his middle name is John.
Can I ask... That's absolutely... My brother's called John, who was born exactly 16 months after me.
Yeah.
He's called John. Let me read this out. And
John's another 61 for you.
Oh, excellent. And I've just... Mate, my whole life, I've been really close to all my family. I've never truly connected to my brother, John. Since I had my awakening and my Patreon got took down, he reached out to me, and I've never felt closer to him. For years.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
For years. You know, you have these falling outs, or your ego, you're stubborn, and you just go your whole life, and you're like, God, he's my brother, but I don't ever speak to him. Now, since I had my awakening, like with God, not my spiritual one, or my awakening of that the world we're living in is like scripted and coded. Like my actual spiritual God, my godly connection, my brother's back in my life. So that's enormous. I want to say this to you. John 14:6 told you my brother's name, John. Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father. Obviously, the Father is God. People say Jesus is God. No. No, Jesus is the Son of God. The Father is God for me. No one comes to the Father except through me. Mate, as Jesus,
well, it's like,
as
it's
Jesus,
like H2O. It's like water, ice, different forms. So
okay.
Jesus, for me, Jesus is God, but it's hard to explain the Trinity. It's 3 in 1.
Wow.
He's Jesus. He's the Son of God, but he's also God.
So 3 and 1. 3 and 1 is kind of like 31 again, isn't it?
There you go.
I'll study that more. All right.
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Jesus is God. So wait, help me here. I think. Do you believe God is like within us, like consciousness? That's how you connect to God. And you think, wait, did Jesus say this? Did Jesus say that Christ is within me? Meaning like Christ is consciousness?
Right. So this gets into like the whole New Age thing, and that's what a lot of people think.
Help me here, because I'm new. Help me here, because I'm very new to this.
Yeah. No, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And to truly be saved, and in my opinion, to have eternal life, you have to go through Jesus. You must accept him as Lord and Savior. You must be born again.
So what does he mean by no one comes to the Father except through me? Because he is the Father.
You can't have access to the kingdom without going through Jesus.
So do you believe the coronavirus, and corona means crown, and the crown is connected to the kingdom of God?
Right.
And more of us are so focused on it. It's all about Prince Charles becoming King Charles. It's about the kingdom of God, isn't it? And we're in a battle now between good and evil.
The 6th king, the 8th king, the corona is the crown.
LeBron James is King James.
Yeah, it's all about the kings and the crowns.
So is Jesus
the whole Christ consciousness thing? There's people that they just think the world's going to go on forever. There's no real end times. It's just allegory and Christ consciousness. And no, I think it's all literal. I think you got to have spiritual rebirth through Jesus. It's not just a consciousness thing, but once you are born again, you have the mind of Christ.
Because what I'm saying is the more conscious and aware I've become has allowed me to connect with Jesus. All right. That's why I convince myself that consciousness or Christ is within us, because the more conscious I've become, the more I've connected with Christ. That's how I've been trying to justify that in my head.
Right, yeah, that's the way it is. The more you draw close to God, the closer he'll draw to you, and you become more awake.
And you don't have fear, do you?
Fluoride out of your body.
All right.
Fluoride equals 666. So make sure you change your toothpaste, people.
I'm going to finish this up in about 5 minutes because I'm absolutely starving. I always am. But
I'm going to have to hop off in a couple minutes too. I got to run.
I'll ask you one more question. I'll say for one last time to the chat, I apologize for not responding to your comments. I will go live tomorrow and I will be way more observant with what you put in. But again, I can only apologize. I'm focusing right here on Joseph. So I want to ask you this just before we end it. We've almost done 4 hours. Wow.
Wow.
For you, what's been the most impactful or most incredible aspect of your journey or your awakening or finding Jesus? What is it? What is it? Do you have one particular thing, or you can't put it into words?
I think I do have a thing. Before I had my awakening, I was one of the most, you could even say, paranoid people you could ever meet. I always thought the worst thing was going to happen. I always had these irrational fears.
Pessimistic. You were pessimistic.
Pessimistic, materialistic, caring about what other people thought about me, living for the world. Even trying to speak to people, I'd turn red in the face. I had no confidence. And but after my awakening, and after I really committed myself and was being real about my relationship with God, my whole life changed, and all my fears and all that stuff went away. I don't really have the paranoid thoughts anymore, thinking the worst is going to happen. Whatever happens, it's all fine.
Is that because you have complete faith in God? Because you have complete faith in God, and God's plan, that you don't fear what's happening or what may happen. You just believe it is meant to be.
I used to fear all kinds of stuff. Now I have no fear. And, you know, honestly, to die for me would be fine.
Same. Let me back this up.
That's fine.
Joseph, let me back this up before people say we're promoting suicide. There's some weird people in my chat. I absolutely love my life. I am very grateful for life. I'm very grateful for everybody. I know everything I have. I don't want to die. I ain't scared of dying, is what I want to say. I ain't saying I want to die and go to heaven. I am very happy here. If it was, I have no fear of death.
That also helps when you know that you're born again. You know where you're going. You know, you don't have any doubt about it.
And also, when you're born again,
I don't fear hell. I know where I'm going.
And when you're born again, you know that you never truly die.
Yeah, right. We don't ever die. We have eternal life.
Yeah, if you're able to be born again, it means that you never die. So, yeah, the re means
perish, but have eternal life.
And it doesn't get any better than that. You can win your 10 grand on calling a future. That don't mean shit, does it? It might give you short-term happiness, but what we're saying now and the journey we've been on, mate, I don't know if you can get much higher than having no fear and complete faith in the universe and in God. I don't know if you can get higher than that. Like, I don't know. I think I've peaked. I don't know. Like, my role now in this world for me is to help people on the journey, whatever it is now, whether it's with geometry, with numbers, finding God, decoding this, decoding the life, motivating them, doing personal training with them, all the stuff that I've always been a teacher, a coach, personal trainer, all these things, setting up a Patreon, creating a community. I've built up for me to be in this situation now where it's like, I will help guide you. I'm not saying I'm a guardian angel, but I know why I'm here now. And it's to speak God's truth and inspire other people to find him and find themselves. That's what I'm going to do now. Screw the sports. Screw the sports. I don't care how good I am. I'm done with them. I don't need to expose them anymore. Like, again, when I'm exposing pro sports all the time, I'm giving all my energy to Satan. I'm not speaking the word of the Lord. I'm actually focusing on Satan.
Right, and then the people that are, listening to the decode, they're going and gambling, and then they're watching the game. They're rooting for a team to win, and it's just draining their energy too. And then
if a code misses, I'm a fraud, I'm evil, I'm a scam artist. And when it wins, they don't care. They go, well, it should win. He says it's really good. Like, I'm not doing this, man. I don't need to do it.
I decode, sports players' deaths. Like yesterday we had a 2 Ravens death. I do stuff like that, but I don't do.
Yeah, because you're doing that, and
after the fact, I'll show you the ritual. Like, I decoded Super Bowl 55. I decoded the Bengals Rams.
Yeah, but you're doing it where you're not helping people win money.
Right.
But you're still exposing it, which is what it's all about.
Right.
But again, like, it's hard for me now because with sports, I truly believe God's in control of everything. So I might even end up eventually looking at them in a different light and just seeing like the beauty behind what's going on. That it is God that's determining that there's a touchdown with 0.3 seconds left that wins them the Super Bowl by 3 points. And just know, when I thought it was just man doing it, that's when I truly hated sport. I thought they're mocking us, they're ridiculing us. It's like in Hunger Games, you have the mocking Jay, don't you? It's got the word mocking in. Just mockery. I thought we were just being mocked. That's why I was angry. I was angry every day. So I thought, I'm going to call all of these people out, all the trans, all these celebrities, the Pope. I'm going to call them because they're mocking us. They're not. It's God's plan. They're being used. They're not. Pope Francis don't wake up in the morning going, right, how are we going to mock the public today and do a code that's going to mock them when the majority of the world has no idea about the code?
I think he's the legit false prophet. I don't think he's just another random pope.
Well, the fact that you have to keep emphasizing is the first openly Jesuit pope. They always say it's the first openly Jesuit pope, and there's something to that.
Right.
They've really made Francis stand out to every other pope, and he's changed his views.
He does. He's got the 201 too. Jorge Mario Bergoglio 201.
And he resided in
Jorge
Suite.
Mario
He resided in Suite 201 in the Vatican as well, didn't he? When he became the Pope.
Yep. That old serpent 201, Ignatius of Loyola 201. You know, the 201 connects to Obama too.
Do you know Catherine the Great? Do you know Catherine the Great saved 201 Jesuits as well?
Yep. The son of perdition, Barack Hussein Obama, is 201. I remember Event 201 was held on 10/18, like Route 10/18, about lightning, Satan falling.
Yeah, like you said, it was basically funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and William Henry Gates is 201.
Yeah, William Henry Gates 201, and William Henry Gates is 258. Like number of the beast 258, Gates equals 258, Mark equals 258, and the word ghost equals 258.
Well, do you want another 258? Do you want another 258? Neil Armstrong died the 25th of August, 25/8.
Oh, there you go.
First man on the moon, 201st day of the year. His full name's 201. So again, guys, we're not being mocked here. It's not mockery by the Jesuits just so they keep power and they've got all this money. This is biblical. This is God coding the reality we live in. Sooner you accept that and appreciate that, the sooner you connect to God, the more chance you have of finding him and joining him in heaven. Boom.
Yep. You know, fake moon landing is also 666.
Didn't know that.
Fake moon landing. So that's in satanic gematria. You know, in satanic gematria, if you write satanic gematria, it equals 666.
No, I don't. No.
Yep. You know, a lot of the ciphers do that. Like in simple English, if you type in like simple English gematria, I think it equals 222. Simple English, let me see. Simple English gematria.
What's 222? 222 times 3.
Simple English gematria is 222 in simple English gematria.
Well, mate, what a 6079. My bad for not reading out your codes. Next one, I'll really focus on your codes because I think they're amazing. Again, apologies to the people in the chat, but I'm going to go in a minute. Joseph, this was incredible. Like, I don't know if I can use the word magical. I feel a bit uneasy with that word now, magical. It was just glorious. Right. I like the word glorious. Glorious, the glory of God. This was glorious. Right. This was absolutely beautiful. Organic conversation. We never had a proper chat before. We've demonstrated our knowledge, but we have different knowledge, but a lot of similar, but a lot of different things. And you and I you would talk about a topic, I would add. I would talk, you would add. It's beautiful. This connection, life's all about connection. Like energy is all connection. And let's keep doing what we're doing, Joseph, whilst we have a platform, because my soul tells me that's not going to be for very long. And not just us, I'm talking about all of us. You'll soon be left where you're not necessarily completely alone, but you'll have a choice to make, and you won't be having people like The Illusion and Joseph Acquaviva 22222 guiding you. So if you need that guidance, you better find it from within and get close to God. We can help you for as long as we can. I don't think we have long left for people like me having a platform and Joseph, because we're speaking the word of God. That's why my Patreon got taken down the day after I spoke about God. Day after.
Yep.
So, mate, much love to you. I'm going to pump out some push-ups now. I feel I've got all this energy in me. I'm going to do some push-ups, and then I'm going to call this girl I'm supposed to be meeting for a few drinks to go up the art walk. Hopefully that all works out. Grab some food. And you and I, we need to just stay in touch. We don't have to call every day or make it a true frequency radio where we chat once every... We'll just do what's meant to happen, all right? But thank you. Much love to your wife.
I've been watching most of your videos, so I'll be in there tomorrow.
All right.
We'll definitely keep in touch for sure. But yeah, I had a great time, great phone call. And how long has it been? I'm not even looking. Well, we had the first phone call get cut off at 42 minutes.
Yeah, and my time 13:18. But here I'm not getting much. I'm not getting much with the 249 other than like the 24th of September. I'm not getting much with the 249. They won't always be a beautiful way to end it, but yeah, some of those things. That 13:18 is one of the most beautiful experiences I've had in my whole life. Weirdly, even though
that was amazing.
And then you told me what was the thing you had? The 13:18. There was, and you called the 42 minutes. You called the 42 minutes,
Yeah.
which I didn't see. Mate, let's leave it now because there's 44 in the live for Obama being the 44th president.
There you go.
Right. Yeah. Cheers to everyone in the chat for listening to this. I hope this inspired you. If you haven't subbed to Joseph's channel, you're missing out. Do it and just go back and watch all of his work from the beginning. It's simply mind-blowing what he's presenting to you guys to help you. No, thank you, mate. I'm going to let you go and I'll speak to you soon. Take care, lad. Oh, mate. Oh, no. 16, 10. 16 plus 10 is 26. Which is the God number.
There you go.
All right, mate. Take care.
God equals 26. 26 letters in the alphabet. Yep.
Baby, so does Adam, 26.
Brother.
Take care, mate.
Me and we'll have to do this again soon.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, whilst we have a platform. All right. Good. Cheers, bro. All Take care. Much love. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Wow. That was sensational for me personally. I don't know how much you enjoyed that, how much you learned. Maybe you're focusing on negative people in the chat. I don't know. I won't pay much attention to the chat. But if this live stream here hasn't shown you how beautiful and how glorious numbers are, and that God's in charge, and that man's just being used, but you do have free will to figure that out yourself, then I don't know what else will. If I never do a better live than this, I'll be fine. And that was really powerful, man. That 1318, the 42, the fact that Joseph's mother, he was born on her birthday and I was born on my dad's birthday. Both have these glorious beards that we've both grown. I didn't ask him about his beard. I don't know if he's always had it or if he just got it during his awakening. Amani, I'm going to say this to you now. And I really didn't want to do this. I really didn't want to do this. And I'm going against what I've been saying. Amani, should I do it? I'll reflect. I'll eat some food because maybe I'm getting hungry. Amani, I'm this close to blocking you from my whole channel. This close, mate. This close, like so close, because you don't deserve to be in this. Delusion. So yeah, he can laugh and do whatever he wants. Hopefully we've helped guide him. Hopefully he'll find the right path. Maybe he won't. Who knows? But the guy's craving attention that he's not getting in his life. So that's a shame, isn't it? That's a shame. So God bless you all. Much love to you all. I'm feeling good. In regards to me creating a platform, I'm going to do that when it feels right. Right now, I don't feel like looking for a new platform and promoting myself. It don't feel right now. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. I will create a new platform. I just maybe have to keep it on the low because jealous people are trying to get rid of me. That's the reality. Or negative entities are trying to bring me down. So I'll figure all of that out, but just keep supporting me on YouTube. Watch my stuff, share my videos. Oh, beard's getting itchy now. And Jesus is coming. Like Joseph just said, Jesus is coming. Let's see if you're going to accept that from within. And if you don't, then I guess we'll see what happens. We'll find out soon enough. All's going to get revealed soon. We're in the age of revelation. All's going to be revealed. It will all be revealed. And I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy every single moment of it. All right. Cheers, guys. Off I go. Much love. Take care. Joseph, I'll never forget this conversation. Thank you, my brother. Goodbye, guys. Much love.